found him. Holy shit.
Hi.
Hello. Meet Bob. This is Bob.
That took everything inside of me not to laugh. Holy shit.
Hey, this is Bob, guys.
Nose picked up.
He's my buddy. Squirrel's gonna probe you.
Hey, Weber. Is Weber there? I can't see. Hey, Weber.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. I'm all discombobulated. What's going on here? I'm on the wrong side of the screen, too. It's weird. What up, everybody?
Oh, what a production.
Welcome in.
What a freaking production.
All that to wear his costume for 2 minutes.
Shoo. It's freaking hot.
Yeah, right?
How do you...
This one is not comfortable.
Jeez, who do we got?
Bob's like got someone poking me in the back. I don't know what that is. I don't even want to know.
Weber, Squirrel Master Zach, Ted, Bree, the Death Note, who else? Wade Blee got it. He tried to do his entrance. Cat, Ace. All right, I see some new names. What's up, Ace? What's up, guys?
Oh man,
bro!
Like, if I gotta pee in this thing, I'm done.
I gotta get my camera set now, guys. I just want you to know this suit is really hot. And like right before we went live, I stripped down completely to just my underwear underneath of this thing.
Naked
Like
squirrel.
before I had jeans. Yeah, I'm completely naked under this thing right now.
You guys like Bob?
I'm actually hiking my skirt up right now just for some extra airflow.
He's letting D's flow.
D's needed to breathe.
D's need to breathe.
This thing is hot. What's up? How was your week been, brother?
Been all right. I mean, other than, the obvious. Yeah. See, they put the fan on my back and it keeps deflating Bob here.
You kind of got a little crazy video going on right now, so.
Oh yeah. Apparently I'm a fascist. I'm a pedo. I eat shit.
You like to grab your boyfriend's beard?
Yeah, no. My beard looks more homeless than my thoughts, and I need something for my boyfriend to grab. You guys can't even, like, if you've read the comments in that video, you can't even see all the comments.
They're some of the meanest comments I've ever seen, ever. I'm
a fascist.
On TikTok.
Squrl's a fascist.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's like, if I got my feelings hurt easily, this video would hurt my feelings. But actually, instead, I'm thinking about making a follow-up video.
Hell yeah.
This should be pretty spicy. I'm going to show actual footage from downtown, like the things that all these people like don't want to talk about. And let's see how made up it is then. There's a dude that goes live, or he doesn't go live, but he films video every single night from Portland, and he puts it on YouTube. Every single night, there's some crazy shit going on. It's not just like furries and fucking pink unicorns standing on the fucking
just
corner.
Trick-or-treating every night. And yeah, they acted like Lucid doesn't, has no clue from the state. So I don't know.
Yeah,
all I know is
I've been to Portland.
The people that were offended by the video are some of the meanest people I've ever seen on TikTok. Like I've never, and it wasn't. If they disagreed with what you said, then they should have said that. But it was straight to personal attack, like straight to personal attacks.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Insane.
Well, and they act like I've never been to Portland. I've been to Portland, and I'll never go back to Portland because Portland is a complete and utter shithole.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, not sorry. There is homeless camps up and down every single street. There's a tent on every corner. They are people doing they look dead all over the streets because of the fentanyl. It's insane. It's insane. And everyone's in denial, apparently. But that's okay. I don't got to go there. Okay. They want to be in denial about it. It's fine with me.
Guys, real quick, public service announcement. I see 19 watching. We got 8 thumbs up. If you're in chat now, hit the back button. Hit that freaking smash the button, the thumbs up button. Let's get those likes up. That's what YouTube likes over here.
Yes, sir. And we got a good episode today. I've been looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Where did I put it? In the Lucid Squrl podcast site, there is a limited edition shirt. It's probably my favorite shirt out of any merch. Live from the Afterlife.
And it's even spelled right.
All kinds of colors. Like this is the back. The front is super cool. This is like the green color, but you can get it in like 20 different colors. And then special shout out to the newest shirt I just got. Birthday girl.
The Death Note shirt. And shout Shout out to Death Note, by the way, because every single comment on that video she replied to, and some of them were pretty epic. Like the dude that told me I had a C education in high school, like a C average in high school. She's like, no, it was a C plus. It was shit like that. It was awesome. Just reading that shit.
Oh my god! Somebody said podcast equipment should be a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
It's just wrong, man.
Put
Just wrong.
1,000,000% tariffs on podcast equipment.
Tell you what, I'm merched out.
Dino boy.
Oh, Rider Reboot. I finally got my hat. He'll probably be here somewhere.
Oh, you got the Lucid edition.
Yeah, it has flags on both sides, which I thought was odd.
That's kind of weird, yeah. I don't think it's supposed to.
I wonder if that was the delay. Yeah, there's a flag there, and there's a flag there.
Yeah, I don't think they're supposed to be.
Crazy.
Are they both going the right way? Like stars forward?
Yeah.
Huh. Weird. Man, it's kind of weird.
Good Lord, son. Yeah, so top 10 haunted places in the United States. That's going to be our topic tonight. We're going to open up the line for call-ins. I'm not sure. Does anybody in chat plan on sharing a story? Maybe just kind of let us know, and I want to make sure Lucid and I can get the link to you. I think most people in chat are in my Discord or in Lucid's Discord, so we can put the link up in there.
After today's post, it's going to be kind of limited to who we let in.
Yeah. For real. Yeah, we have to know you. Yeah, we definitely have to know you to get online, since this is a live broadcast. And then two things. So I know Kat tested it out already. Rick, what's up? If you're on mobile and say you get the link on mobile device, it will ask you to quickly install the Riverside app. It's really small, doesn't take up room, it's super quick.
I don't think you even got to create an account.
No, you don't. You can stay guest. And do not it's going to ask you to type your screen name in before you enter, kind of like how you see Iron Squrl and Lucid here on the screen. Obviously, don't put your full legal name in there, put your screen name in. And then the other thing would be, it's going to ask you to put the mic and camera in. And so if you don't want to use your camera, just leave that blank. All right. Now that that's out of the way. Yeet podcast in the house.
No stick screen?
Bro, it's like you got two people on camera right now.
I know. Fucking Bob, dude. Quit poking me in the back, Bob.
I do kind of feel Star Wars this now.
You do.
I went from Alien to Jedi Master.
You look more Jedi. You need a lightsaber.
Let me turn my light screen. I can be Yoda.
Right? You look kind of like him.
Yeah, so crazy week for videos.
Oh, hey, Iron Squrl, 10,000 club, baby.
10K,
Let's go.
Baby. Creator.
The 10K, baby.
Unlocked it. And so much help. So, like, I was in streams and people were like, oh, he's got 600 to go. Ange was a huge push. And, she was pinning me up for an entire stream. Like, we're going to get him to 10K. And I was like, good Lord, there's no way she's going to give me 600 followers in her stream. But it was awesome. I commend her.
Yeah, one time I looked, you were 600 away. The next time, well, you had the one AI video kind of set it over the edge. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I did the Snapchat campaign, which was through TikTok. And that was nuts. I actually did 5 Snapchat videos. Only one of them is going to have a payout, but I mean, it was quick and easy. It was easy money. So definitely everybody, make sure you're checking out those TikTok campaigns if they have advertisement.
I thought it was weird. The video or the Snapchat one that I posted. Oh, I posted 3, and the one that got the middle of the road views is the one they ended up paying me on, which I thought was weird.
So here's how it works. I'm mad because my first video was the only one that I sent while there were still funds available. Right. And so by the time I figured out how to like kind of be catchy, my AI Atlas Snapchat one, that one did like 87,000 views, but the funds had already dried up. They had $70,000 in funds. And so if you submitted a video after the funds were dried up, they're automatically going to default to the one you submitted while there were still funds.
I think the top one got like $600 from what I saw under top videos.
Mm-hmm. There was a bonus too.
Yeah, $1,500 bonus.
I'm ready to see the surprise squirrel isn't Marcus. I couldn't find that costume anywhere, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna try to make it. I would just look like a big turd or something.
I mean, you put on your skinny jeans, your brown skinny jeans.
Oh, is that all I need?
Yeah, this is Bob. Hey, Miranda. Meet Bob. I don't know what's going on back there, but I'm sitting on his lap, apparently. I look like a little kid in this thing. It's crazy.
Don't be Zach put in stream here. Lucid was captured by alien. He was.
I was. That's Bob. He's
10K Club, Creator Network opened, or Creator, what's it called? Creator
Rewards Program.
Yeah, that's opened up, and my TikTok app actually. Nobody warned me. My app completely looks different now that I've got 10K. Like it opens up like a whole different look of the app.
I'm still trying to get used to it. You've got so much shit now. It's kind of wild. If I go to my backup account, there's like nothing there.
But yeah, go Snapchat. I owe Snapchat. They at least got me 550 new followers in 3 videos. It was nuts. I was sharing it to some of y'all screenshots and stuff, but it was like within like 20 minutes, it was like 200 followers per video.
Yeah.
Thank you, Snapchat.
I think my top video, the one that I got the most followers off was the F-35 one. And I only had like 9,000 views on that, and I got like 460 followers.
They're all bots, bro.
Yeah, but then the one that did 40 plus thousand did like 200 followers.
Yeah, welcome in. But yeah, dude, I looked at it. They're all bot follows, so I don't know what Snapchat was doing to push their content.
It's all Indian and Thailand followers.
Yep. And they only commented like emojis, like they would barely ever say a word.
Yeah, whatever. Got you 10K, right?
All right. So I think, Lucid, we didn't really plan how we wanted it to flow. I think we kind of go through some of these top 10 haunted places. No, we just wing it.
I got 2 pages.
I got notes. You got notes here and on the screen. I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste the link. That's going to be in the main section of my Discord. If anybody else needs it, let us know in chat.
So let us know before you join.
Yes.
And we'll
I think we'll open it up after we tell 2 stories.
So I've got the top 10 in America listed right here. I think top 10. Well,
don't start at 1, start at 10.
10. Long Beach, California, the Queen Mary. Has anybody been there, seen it? I used to see it almost every day. I lived down there when I was a kid. The Spruce Goose was also in the same spot in this big dome. If anyone knows what that is, it's a massive plane, seaplane made by Herbert Hughes for the as a troop transport in World War II, I believe. But the whole thing was made out of wood, and it was a huge joke, and it never went anywhere. But so. Long Beach, California, the Queen Mary. It was originally used as it was built as a luxury liner, and then it was used in World War II as a troop transport ship. The infamous Door 13, a crew member was killed by getting crushed in the engine room, and people still hear his voice and hear him clanking around in the engine room all the time. And then another one was there's the first class pool. It's been drained for years. There's no water in it, but you can walk out on deck and see wet footprints on deck. And then you can see apparitions of women dressed in like 1930s swimsuits on deck at times, which is kind of crazy. And then there's cabin B3, which this place they use as a hotel. You can go rent a room on this place and stay on it. And they quit renting out cabin B340 because it's haunted by a poltergeist, apparently. Like throwing the bedding and shaking the lights and slamming doors and footprints and all the things that would freak you out if you were staying in an old haunted ship. You know what I mean? But that's number 10 on the list. So we got a lot more than that. But
you can stay there, right?
You can, yeah.
From what I saw.
You can't stay in 340 though. They closed that one. That one's too haunted.
Did they say the chicks in the bathing suits were hot or not? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they didn't. They didn't. 1930, so you know.
So number 9. This one's in Kentucky, which when I think spooky, I don't really think of Kentucky. It is Waverly Hills Sanatorium.
Yeah, creepy.
And I feel like somebody was just, what's up, audio? I feel like somebody was talking about they had been there or visited there, and I hope they're in chat and I hope they have a story to tell. But this sanatorium was built in 1910. It was initially designed to house tuberculosis patients. That's hard to say.
400 of them.
Yeah. The disease claimed countless lives, with estimates ranging from 6,000 to 63,000. The high mortality rate and the grim history have left a profound turning Waverly Hills into a hotspot for paranormal activity. There's actually a freaking death tunnel or a body chute where there were so many bodies. It's a 500 foot long tunnel where they're just dumping bodies into. to discreetly remove the deceased. It is one of the most haunted areas. Visitors have reported seeing shadowy figures, hearing disembodied voices, and feeling an overwhelming sense of dread.
Yeah.
Room
Wild.
502 is another focal point for ghost encounters. It is said that a nurse actually hung herself in that room. Her spirit continues to linger. Apparitions of patients and staff, unexplained cold spots, objects actually move on their own, are all common occurrences throughout that sanatorium. Beverly Hills. I also think, nope, that's a different place. There's a place, guys, when we get to a story, it's freaking crazy. It's on 666 acres of land. I don't know which one that is. Who does that?
Was that the, is that the, I don't think I got that far. I did top 7 is what I did. I don't remember.
That was 2, guys. Does anybody have a scary story they want to share? Let us know right now. If you're feeling a little shy, we can go a couple more.
You said you put that in Discord?
Yeah, it's in mine. I can put it anywhere else people need it.
No, I mean the notes.
Oh, yes. A direct message.
Okay.
Hershey.
What up,
Steven?
Hershey? Hershey. You'll always be Hershey to me, buddy. Hershey. General Squirts. Oh, God. This format is wild.
Chat's quiet. Come on, guys. Who wants to share a scary story? Zach, I know you have one. Or I think everybody's like, I want to go last. Somebody's got to go first.
Somebody has to. What is this? I don't know. I don't even know. They like grouped all this text together that you sent me. So how about San Jose, California?
What's there?
The Winchester house. So Sarah Winchester, she's the widow of William Winchester, famous from the Winchester Firearms Company. Her husband died. William died, leaving her a widow. And so did her infant, died at the same time. I don't know how they died, why they died. Some kind of accident, I'm sure. And she went and saw a medium, and the medium basically told her that every person killed by a Winchester rifle is going to haunt you, and directed her to build a house to house all these spirits, right? So she moved west to California, San Jose. She built the Winchester house. She bought a modest farmhouse and just started adding on to it. Well, this project went 38 years, 24/7 for 38 years, building this house. It ended up, before she died, after 38 years, it ended up with 160 rooms, 10,000 windows, 2,000 doors, 47 stairways, 13 bathrooms, and 6 kitchens. And a lot of these doorways and stairways went to nowhere, and the thought behind it was to confuse the ghosts and keep them, active, to leave her alone. It's said that her spirit still haunts the halls, walking around looking for, checking up on her never-ending construction projects. I guess this place is absolutely a madhouse, this crazy house that she's built.
It's insane, and you can visit it. Yeah, bro. I actually, before we did research for this podcast, I had seen something about this.
Right? I mean,
160 rooms, 10,000 windows. Like what? 10,000 windows.
Right. Yeah, like people have been like grabbed. They feel cold in certain rooms, cold breath, the whole 9. People have been pushed. Kind of crazy that is real shit. It's nuts. Looks like Zach wants in.
Yeah. Mrs. Winchester was told as soon as she stopped building the house, she would die.
Yep. That's wild.
Ted knows about it. Yeah. It's nuts. One of the ghosts is believed to be the handyman, a former handyman named Clyde.
Right. Yep.
There's been seances. There's a seance room where Sarah supposedly communicated with the spirits to receive building instructions. This room is only 1 entrance, but 3 exits. Like, what the hell does that even mean, Lucid? The room has 1 entrance, but 3 exits. Like, how does that work?
Keep the ghost busy, man.
Which leads to a 10-foot drop into the kitchen, the grand ballroom. Oh, I would actually probably really enjoy going through that place, but it sounds like it would be an all day experience. I mean, 2,000 different doors to go through. Teddy, or you got a story? Ace, I can't operate the mouse with the other hand.
Well, we got Dino Boy in. Should we bring him in?
Let's bring him in.
Dino Boy, hope you're ready.
Oh,
Dino Boy.
Will go on.
Oh man, first time?
It's your first time on the podcast, right? Kick him out. He's like, I
What's
got
up?
a PC, the new PC.
How do I turn my camera on? Oh yeah, well, no camera for you guys.
Was it in use by another program? That's the
Oh,
usually
well,
the
it's not
kicker.
open anymore. Huh, whatever.
What's
you
your
guys don't need to see
story?
my face. So, it's gonna sound weird. It's gonna sound like I'm asking for it, but... So, my best friend Matt, when we were little, he lived in a funeral home, okay? So, his dad was the funeral director. They lived in the home. One side was the funeral home. The other side was the house. And then he obviously, as cool high school boys, we were like, we want to be in the basement. And that's where we like all the embalming and that fun stuff happens, where he has all of the caskets on display, and we're like, we're gonna watch scary movies down there and everything else, you know. So gonna get creeped out. And one of the nights that we were watching it was Paranormal Activity. I still have not finished this movie, not because the movie was scary, just from the experience in that house. Was we were downstairs watching it, and in that room, every single one of the caskets, so her dad displayed them open.
Ooh.
They all closed.
Oh yeah, I'm leaving.
Unknown. Yeah, it was freaky. And I was like, I told him, I said, I don't know about this place. He always wanted me to sleep in those things, and I was like, after that, I was like, definitely not.
Sleep in a
Definitely
casket?
not. Definitely not. Yeah, nope. It was freaky. It was probably the scariest thing that's ever happened to me in my whole life. It was
Yeah, ain't no
weird.
way, bro.
Like, we didn't know what the sound was. We thought, at first I thought it was in the movie. And then he's like, I don't think it was. Because it was like, kind of like a quiet spot. So he's like, let me check this room. And he opened the door and they were all shut. And a couple of them we like, knocked over. His dad came downstairs, got mad at us thinking we did it. We didn't touch anything. It was freaky. It was, nope, I was done. I told him I went home. I only lived like a block away. I said, I'm done
No, hell
walking
no.
home.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'd be
Yeah.
Do
out.
you could you imagine like that being the family? I mean, somebody's got to do it, right?
Yeah.
But there's not many where it's the business is actually the house as well.
Yeah,
Like that's
it
a
was
little.
weird. He actually owns 7 funeral homes, and I've slept in every single one of them.
Did they do this the stuff to the bodies there? Like the
Yeah,
There
he
ain't
did
no
in that
way.
house. He did. No,
no
that's it.
fucking
That
way.
was right inside
no
that room.
shot. No
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
No
It
shot.
was weird. I saw my first dead body in that house.
It takes a
No
special
shot.
kind.
What?
It takes a
Ain't
special
nobody
kind of
beating this
person to do
story.
that job. It takes a special kind of
yeah.
person.
I don't know. I give him props though, because that guy, his dad, is the strongest guy I've ever met, like mentally ever. Because like we live in a small town, so there's not very many options. And unfortunately, Matt passed away, and he did his son's funeral. Like I was like, I don't know how he did it, but I was like, I give you props. He set everything up. He did his body, everything. I was like, that's crazy. Like,
Wow.
I was
Wow.
like, yeah.
Huh. Yeah, no,
guess-
there's no way in hell I'm staying there.
Nope.
Yeah, no,
Nah.
there ain't no way.
Especially where like you do the
Embalming and
the
everything.
prep,
Nope.
the
They still
embalming.
live
Yeah,
in
that's
that
the word
house.
I'm looking for. I just watched Squirrel Master and other people play that game the other day, and it was freaking me out. And that was just a
Yep.
video game, sucking fluids out and
Yeah,
stuff.
he still lives in that
Yeah.
house, and he sold the funeral home, but he still lives in the house. They took everything out, obviously, when they sold it, but it was like, nope, couldn't do it.
That's going to be a tough story to beat, Zach.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough one.
Jesus, it's kind of crazy.
It's weird.
It's weird.
So,
All right. Anybody else want to go after Zach, or we can go right back to our list? Because I'm kind of excited about the next one.
Okay, I'm gonna hit leave.
Everyone's heard about this one. And honestly, I'm surprised this one isn't ranked a little bit higher on the list. This one's in New York City, the Amityville house. Amityville,
New York.
New York. I think
112
we've all
Ocean Avenue.
Probably seen it. I've driven by it. I've actually driven by it. I actually worked, had to go up there for work a couple years back, and I was really close to it. Like I took Google Maps and actually zoomed in, and it was like just a couple of miles up the road. So I didn't actually visit it. I'm like, guys, I'm like not into like spooky stuff at all. Like that's not something I would do. I don't even watch that many scary movies, but if you didn't know the story, or it's been a long time since you've seen the movie, there was a horrific crime in that house, November 13th, 1974. So Ronald Defoe Jr. murdered his entire family, his parents, his 4 siblings, while they slept. The brutality of the murder shocked the community, But what happened afterward that turned this house into a legend? That's December 1975. So literally just a year later, George and Kathy Lutz and their 3 children moved into the house, believing they were getting their dream home at a bargain price. So guys, if there's anything a human or an alien learns from this story, do due diligence before you buy a home. Make sure no crazy murders were committed there.
Right.
They fled the house after being there just 28 days, claiming it was haunted by malevolent forces. The Lutz reported a series of increasingly disturbing and inexplicable events. George Lutz would wake up every night at 3:15 a.m., the exact time of the murders. They heard strange noises, including banging and footsteps, encountered foul odors. They moved around the house. Yeah. Cold spots and eerie green slime oozing from the walls. Keyholes. Kathy Lutz experienced
Sounds like a good time
physical attacks, including unexplained levitation. Dude, it's nuts.
Yeah. She was
Missy
actually
spoke.
attacked.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And then the red room that they found. Like, what are you gonna do if you just find this random room in your house that's haunted to all hell, and there's this room that's completely red that isn't on the plans, isn't anywhere?
What about, I'm getting chill bumps, the demonic pig with glowing red eyes?
The kid, the daughter had a imaginary friend that was a demonic pig. What was his name?
I don't remember the name. Who the fuck cares? Why did the kid have that friend? Whose kid would have that friend? Like,
Jody was the pig's name.
Jody. Oh, Jody sounds nice.
Jody was the demonic pig with glowing red eyes, imaginary friend. Or it wasn't imaginary. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, your kid's got a demonic pig best friend.
Yeah, the house is still
There ain't no
there.
way.
I mean, you can visit it. You can drive by it. But I believe people actually, that house has been sold. Like, it's, I think people live there now.
Some say that it's all a hoax. Some say that it's actually real. Some say that when they go in there, they feel just a sense of terror. Who knows? Hollywood blew that story up. There's been several movies made about it, everything. So who knows what's real?
The Warren investigators, I'm not sure if chat is familiar about them, but evidently these Warren paranormal investigators, like, they've had several of their investigations like turned into actual movies, but they were supposedly supposed to be like the shit when it came to investigating this stuff.
Well, she had a demonic pig. I got a demonic alien behind me.
I'm nice,
red
alien.
eyes. He's red
I'm
eyes.
a nice alien.
You look like Yoda.
I'm not Yoda. What the hell?
Should have painted your face green, bro. The Conjuring. Oh my god, yeah, that was Poltergeist. Like, freaked me out with the chick levitating in bed and like her head spinning around. And I saw that when I was young. That movie scared the shit out of me. That's probably why I don't watch scary movies at all now. Like, the scariest movie I'll watch is Scream. I'm not.
The Conjuring.
I ain't about scary movies.
I'm pretty sure The Conjuring was one of the Warren investigations. Actually, they were involved in a lot of like crazy things. What's up, Elk Man? We got to get the link to Hershey. We need to put it in Lucid's Discord. I think you're in mine, but
I can just send it to him.
Yeah, you got it. The next one, the next haunted place is actually in Tennessee. Like, Tennessee, Kentucky, and West Virginia, there's a lot of spooky stuff out there.
Talking about the Witch Cave or whatever it is?
Yeah, the Bell Witch Cave in Tennessee.
Cave.
I think we know a couple people that live in Tennessee. We've also known some people that live in West Virginia.
West Virginia.
The Conjuring was one of their investigations. Teddy, I know Teddy's got some stories. He is huge into the lore, as well as having some stories about this.
That's all I wrote down. I expected that to take a lot longer. I don't remember what number 1 was.
With the Bell Witch Cave, I can go through it while we wait for Hershey. So haunted place number 6, Bell Witch Cave. I'm not sure if anyone's ever heard of that one. Like, that was pretty new to me until we started doing the research and getting down to the list. So the story behind this is it's one of the most enduring legends of American folklore. The Bell Witch Cave, the tale of the Bell Witch haunting dates back to the early 19th century, and it is centered around the Bell family who lived on a farm along the Red River. The story begins in 1817 when John Bell and his family started experiencing strange and terrifying phenomena. It began with the sighting of a peculiar creature on their property. John Bell described it as having the body of a dog and the head of a rabbit. The fuck? Soon after, the family began hearing inexplicable noises, knocking on doors and walls, the sound of chains dragging across floors, and eerie whispers in the dark. The disturbances grew more intense, escalating to physical attacks. John Bell and his daughter Betsy were the primary targets. Betsy was slapped, pinched, and even had her hair pulled by an invisible force. The entity eventually revealed itself as the Bell Witch, claiming to be the spirit of Kate, a local woman with whom John Bell had a bitter dispute. The witch seemed to harbor a peculiar hatred for John Bell, tormenting him relentlessly. His mysterious death in 1820 is said that the Bell Witch took credit for his demise, and her voice was heard at his funeral, laughing and singing. Dude, I just got fucking chill bumps.
Mm-hmm.
No lie. Imagine witnesses at your funeral. They heard this demonic, nasty laughing at your funeral. The witch's presence diminished, but did not entirely disappear. She continued to sporadically haunt the family, and the legend persisted. The Bell Witch Cave, a cave on the Bell property, became a focal point of the haunting. Many believe it is the dwelling place of the spirit. Over the years, numerous visitors have visited the cave. There's been like lots of reports, like strange occurrences of people speaking, hearing whispers, seeing ghostly figures, experiencing an overwhelming sense of dread. Some claim that objects like cameras and flashlights malfunction in the cave. Photographs taken inside often show unexplained anomalies. One of the most famous accounts involved a group of explorers. Early 20th century, they decided to spend the night in the cave. According to the legend, they were confronted by an unseen force that hurled stones and other objects at them. It's probably just a homeless guy, right? Forcing them to flee in terror. Even today, the cave is a popular destination. So this is a place you can still go and visit, and go see it. It's literally, that's place number 6 in the entire United States.
Now, there ain't no way in hell I'm ever going in that fucking cave. Like, you tell me a cave's haunted, you think I'm going in there? Fuck no. There
Who's
ain't no
into
way.
that though? Lots of people are into that stuff, bro. Like, isn't it crazy that there's these haunted places and people like turn them into attractions?
Yeah, no. I'm
like
not going
that
there.
boat. Like, did you ever go on the boat?
I didn't know.
The California boat?
No. Queen Mary?
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
No, there ain't no way.
Mm-mm.
I didn't know it was haunted when I lived there. You know what I mean? I was just a kid. You know, we moved away when I was 8.
Elkman said he's been to Bell Witch Cave. I need to hear more. That's wild.
Nope, there ain't no way. Ain't no way in hell.
Ted said he'd definitely go. Elo says, why not? What? See, some people are just built different with that stuff, man.
Man, you guys are saying, why wouldn't you go and why not? You probably play with fucking Ouija boards for fun, don't you? There ain't no way in hell. That shit ain't even coming to my house.
But if that shit follows you home, that's something you gotta live with for the rest of your life.
So,
literally.
My first house, we totally believed that, because after we bought it, we found out that my wife actually went to school with people who live there, like one of the girls. And my wife remembers her from school and was like, yeah, she was all into like witchcraft and shit, right? Well, one of the rooms in the downstairs was painted jet black. And every time we'd paint it, all this weird shit would bleed through, like weird symbols and shit would bleed through the paint. I had to fucking prime that room like 4 or 5 times and like paint it like 3 or 4 coats just to cover that shit up. And then you always just got an eerie feeling when you went down there. We ended up having my wife's grandma come and pray over the entire house, and then it felt fine after that, but crazy. And then when we were shopping for a house, we were super excited. We found this house. We're buying this house. Well, we get there, and it's actually the house across the street from the one we thought it was. Because the one we thought it was, if we would have bought that one and had it now, it'd be worth millions because of the location it's in now, you know? This is 20 years ago. But the house we were looking at, my wife wouldn't even go in. Because she's like, no, this house, there's murders in this house. There ain't no way in hell. So they ended up completely remodeling that house. They ended up selling it. And then 5 years later, the whole house was demoed. That house was haunted as fuck. Yeah, ain't no way.
Bree said she don't fuck with stuff like that. Elu said no boards. Ted's like, I've got 25 boards and I do it every Thursday night. There's like two factions of people here. The yeah, I'm on board with that, and the others
Ain't
not.
no fucking way, bro.
Ain't no fucking way. I've never touched a Ouija board. I won't even let my kids touch a Ouija board.
I won't even play with the Ouija board inside Phasmophobia. Ain't no way.
Inside the video game, bro.
Yeah,
that's,
no, fuck that.
That's crazy. I think I do it in the video game. Oh my god.
All right, we got the man, the myth, the legend himself, General Hershey Squirts.
Hershey. Welcome to the afterlife, Hershey.
Welcome to the afterlife. Hello,
The afterlife.
Hershey. Speak to me
Afterlife.
from
I'm
the
trying to figure
great
out what you're doing
beyond.
with that fingers over there.
There he is. He wants to probe you.
Come here.
You gonna do ET phone home right over here?
You should have put a light in the end of the finger.
I think the thumb's a little girthier.
Ouch.
You want me to use the thumb?
That's limp.
It's limp.
It is limp.
It's
My
showing
thumb is
age.
limp.
It's showing age.
All right. So I got one. It was, to me, it freaked the shit out of me, and I had to run from this. So it was on a Saturday night. It was actually close to Halloween, actually. So it was me and 4 of my friends. We're waiting for my other buddy to get off of work. So we decided to go over to his house real quick just to hang out there until he gets back, right? And so we're just hanging, watching TV. So he shows up, and all of a sudden he has this old little tiny dog. So he decided to let the dog out, but he left the glass sliding door open so the dog could go in and out. So we're just there watching TV, and all of a sudden, off to my left hand side, I hear this growl out of nowhere. So I was like, okay, it's probably just a dog, right? Just growling at something. Then all of a sudden, about like a few minutes after that, we started hearing tapping noise on his hardwood floor. And all of our heads like shot over to the right.
Burn it the fuck down.
Then all of a sudden, you see the little dog coming out of the kitchen. I immediately stood up, and I started like bolting towards the door, right? Because I'm like, fuck this, I'm out. Because that was fucking demonic on my left hand side. That was close to me, and the dog's over here coming out of the kitchen, right? Then all of a sudden, my buddies start telling us like, oh yeah, we've been having some crazy ass shit going on. I'm like, what do you mean crazy ass shit? He said he woke up in the morning with the garage door like to enter into the garage completely wide open. Second off, he had banging on the wall like in the middle of the night. Like it starts out of nowhere, just banging on the wall. And he thought it was his girlfriend, and no, she wasn't home. She was at work. Then next thing you know, he decides to put salt out right next by the door. So he waited for a couple hours, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, there was a footprint like this day.
Did you get UV? Did you get
No,
UV?
no, he did not get UV. But I'm telling you right then, so he was telling us all of this. I'm like, you couldn't just tell us beforehand before we showed up. We could have been like somewhere else, right? Then, so legitimately, after I said that, the growl started happening again next to me. I'm like, yeah, no, I grabbed the doorknob and I was out. I'm like,
growling.
yeah,
That's a demon.
yeah. I even
Lock
said
it
that, I
in.
was like,
Lock it in. That's a demon.
lock it out. I was like, full on demon. Fuck this. I'm out. You know what? I'm burning your house down for you.
Yeah, right. Fuck that. I'm out. Burn it down.
Yeah, burn it down. Gone. Not doing it.
That's
Ain't no
freaking
way.
crazy.
I was gonna
So-
say like, yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe a fucking cougar or something outside, but nah, not if it's tapping on the fucking wood floors and shit. Ain't no way.
Mm-mm.
No, yeah, fuck that. My
Did you, yeah, did you do your cod scream?
so that was my experience. I do have one. My
Hellhounds,
dad,
yeah.
my dad told me this, that when he was stationed in the Air Force, and he was in the Air Force station over in England, and the room that he was in, he woke up in the middle of his sleep, and next thing he feels pressure, like someone's like grabbing him by his legs and pinning him down. like where he couldn't move.
Mhm.
So he saw nobody standing there at all. But then that lasted about like 5 minutes, and he got up, he said, and he went to go to grab the doorknob, and all of a sudden he felt like a force like just grabbed the doorknob on the other side and like and shut the door again on him.
Nope.
Yep.
No.
I'm like,
No.
fuck that too.
Mm-mm.
Bob does
So-
not approve of this message.
If I had to pick door A with aliens or door 2 with demons,
Door A or door
I'm going
2?
to the fucking aliens. I'm going to the aliens all day.
Fuck
And
yeah.
that's pretty bad because I'm fucking terrified of
No,
aliens.
I'll take aliens over.
But I've
fucking-
never had, knocking on wood, I've never had like a ghostly demon, nothing. I've never had any of that. Just aliens.
No,
I feel
you
more
had
comfortable with aliens.
Yeah,
You had aliens. I experienced some
Yeah,
demons,
we know
so-
why.
Oh,
Holy hell!
good story, Hershey.
Elkman
That is
said his
funny.
phone powered off 4 times while on a Ouija board.
Yeah.
Oh my
Elkman,
God.
if you want to come on and share the story, you don't have to have the camera on. Love to hear it right from your mouth. I would love to hear these actual
These-
story from
Thanks,
these
Hershey.
places. And if anybody thinks of anything else, if you think of a second story, you can come right back on. No big deal.
Right?
This is like community night. We're just sharing stories.
Surprised Death Note doesn't have a story. So I was
Death Note.
so the house I grew up in when we moved to here, the one town over from where I'm at now. There's a cemetery at the end of the neighborhood. So it's like a cul-de-sac and then like a dirt hill, and then you're in a cemetery. And this thing was built in like the 20s or 30s. It's the first cemetery in the area for that town. And we used to go up and check out the grave sites and whatever. It was pretty overgrown at this point. It was super old. It was good size. It was probably a couple acres at least. And we used to go ride our bikes through there and, do whatever. There was like an old motocross track down below it. But we're over there one night and it got dark and we're over there just kind of messing around, and I'm riding my bike through this friggin' graveyard and it's pretty dark, right? I think I had a flashlight on my bike or something. And out of nowhere, it straight stopped me in my tracks. There's like I don't even know, it was like a fucking, the jump scares on my stream. It was like a demon face, like right here, right up in my face. Scared the living shit out of me. And I never went back to that graveyard after that. Never once. Like, nope, I'm going home. I'm good. That was enough for
You've
me.
got a story, Ed, bro. I don't have anything like that.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I mean, I was a kid. I might have been made up bullshit in my head, but to me at the time, it was real. It was absolutely real.
Yeah.
I don't know what I saw. I don't know. Who knows? But it scared the shit out of me, and I never went back. I go in there now, but they built a fence around it now.
I think Cat had a story too. Cat, are you out there? We got Elkman. Teddy said he would go next. Zach, I heard Elkman's entrance. I feel like this needs to be over Iron Man's head. At least. We'll just put
You said it lights up? What's it do?
No, it doesn't light up.
Oh, it'd be awesome if the lights or if the eyes glowed.
You know what's gonna happen if I put it up there? It's gonna fall.
It's
And
gonna
you're gonna see me have a heart attack on stream. Like
It's
I
gonna-
just fall. Imagine I fall out.
You
here,
put it up
like-
there, it's gonna overheat your PC. Hanging on the guitar. Oh, Iron Man. Iron Man has a new look.
Wow. All right. Teddy, come on in. Teddy, come on in. Use that link I posted in the main chat section. I'm actually gonna refresh it here. Do you have notes on place number 5?
You gotta, if you're on a phone, if you're on a PC, it'll just connect and you add your mic and camera. If you're on the app, you gotta download or if you're on the phone, it'll make you download the app. Yup. So what other kind of encounters do you guys have? Aliens? Is there any alien encounters? That's
I've got one. And I'm
I'm
sure
more
there's
into-
people that haven't
more
heard
into-
my story.
I'm more into alien encounters.
You're more into them?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Ghosts just freak me out. Alien encounters don't. I was kind of listening to this story that supposedly is here's Ted. It supposedly is true. We'll kind of get into it later on. It's in the Cascade National Forest.
I didn't know you were into aliens. Is that
More so than
Like
ghosts. Ghosts and
More
poltergeists.
so.
That shit's wild. Teddy, nope, he gone. Camera
we were
and
not
mic.
able to
both
display this
disabled.
camera and mic? Try again.
Try
It's kind of like, guys, for anybody that wants to connect, it's kind of like connecting to like a Zoom call or Microsoft Teams.
Same.
Yep.
Same.
Can you guys hear me?
Hopefully, Teddy didn't get lost in the afterlife.
He's stuck in the afterlife.
Hmm.
Oh no!
So, yeah,
Bob is dying behind me, man. Look
I'm
at
gonna
him.
save. I'm gonna save my alien story for later, or I might not tell it. I'll probably let chat determine if we want to hear it again. I'm sure there's some folks that haven't heard it, and it's sure as shit, real as can be. Hand on the Bible. To me, it's the most realist, the realest and scariest thing that's
The
ever
most
happened.
realist of the real.
Yeah, there's no bullshit in it. The story's getting older to me. I mean, it's something that happened. What are we talking? 20 plus years ago now. So obviously it starts to, as you tell the story, it starts to fade a little bit, but I can promise you this. It is absolutely fucking real.
Yeah, buy Phasmophobia, guys. Why not?
Oh, Dreamweaver's here. Dreamweaver, you've got that fucking story, bro, that gives me
Oh, you
shivers
made
down
it.
my
Is it
spine. You
working
should
now?
come on.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. We even see you.
All right. So it's pretty short, but basically, on my homecoming night, me and my buddies were bored, so we went to this abandoned house, been abandoned for years in town. And one of us stayed outside, one was like by the entrance, let's say it's over to the left. And then we all went into the window because it was locked. And he's staying out by the entrance. Well, off to the side of the house, all of us heard a knock, and we can still see our buddy by the entrance. So we all go outside to see what it was, but we saw nobody there.
Did you ever figure out what it was?
No idea. He still says it's
windy?
not him to this day.
Did you investigate?
Did you grab your
Or did you
pitchforks
run?
and you grab your pitchforks and
Wasn't much we could do. We looked around the place, didn't see anything.
torches?
Didn't see any footprints, nothing.
What could it be?
I don't know, but it was raining that day, so we would have saw something if there was something there, because it was a lot of mud, not really much grass. So
Teddy, you're into some of this horror stuff. What's something interesting? Do you have a story, like a real haunting story, or something you followed, or something that's piqued your curiosity?
I mean, I've seen shadow figures. Like when I was at one point, I don't remember how old I was. My room was in the basement of my parents' house, and a lot of the time I would wake up in the middle of the night, and I'd have this table in the corner of my room where I just keep a bunch of my random crap, and I would see a shadow figure just sitting there watching me. But as soon as I got rid of this old dream catcher that was in my room, no idea how it got in there, whose it was, it stopped. As
It
soon as
just
I got rid of it.
appeared. Well, that was your angel looking over you.
Didn't feel like it.
That's the warm and fuzzy side of it,
Yeah, that could be a good
It was
thing.
more of a ominous energy than anything.
Have you done a
Wow.
Ouija board?
Nope, will not touch those, will not even look at them in real
Okay,
life.
good. I thought you were saying you would. All
Oh
right,
no, I
I
never
trust you
touch
now.
those. I go to haunted locations, but that's only because I know ways to keep myself protected from things following me home.
Oh yeah, to like fucking Jesus water on you and shit.
Sure, that's one way I guess you could put it, but it depends on what religion you follow that will help you. It's all based on your religion.
It compels you.
Yeah, it compels you.
That's the other thing. Something we're talking about haunted locations, but something that absolutely fucking terrifies me is there's like exorcist tales.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the poltergeist shit. Fuck that.
Yeah, fucking people levitating,
Head spin around and shit.
like it's always like a young girl or something, and like 10 people can't hold her down. Like she just has this like crazy power and speaking in a language that's they have no knowledge
yeah,
of.
speaking in
And
tongues.
what the fuck? That shit gives me chill bumps. Ugh.
Yeah, no way. Ain't no way. Got anybody else who wants to come in?
Thank you, Teddy.
Yeah, I was I was doing some research last night and I came across this video of this guy who kind of he died. Like the doctor said this is the first time that they've ever seen anyone live through a traumatic event where like 8 major arteries were severed internally and dude lived through it. He was a diesel mechanic and the diesel actually slid off the jack and landed on him and crushed, And he said while he was conscious, he could look over and he could see between the axle and the ground, there's an inch. So his body was thinner at that point. In the middle, his body was thinner than his spine. That's how much it crushed him. He said he was just like, what the fuck just happened at first? And then the pain hit him. And then he was conscious for a while until they jacked up the truck and then all that blood left. And he said he felt just like an overwhelming weakness. And then he passed out. And then he said in his head he could hear his heart beating. And then as soon as his heart stopped, he came out of his body and he said he was 15 feet in the overhead looking down. And he was like at the most peace he's ever been in his life. And the only thing, and he didn't even know, he just saw the people standing around, and he didn't even know that that was him under the truck, and he didn't care. He was just at peace and with whatever. And apparently everyone at this point pretty much gave up. And then 2 more, because it was a volunteer fire department, so they kind of just trickled in onesies, twosies, because they're all at home or wherever they're at. So they all come rushing to the scene. The last 2 that showed up came in the back door, and it was a woman and an older guy. And everyone's telling her that it's too late, he's gone, whatever. And she got down and she like smacking him, like, what's his name? And he said he could hear her saying his name, but he didn't realize it was his name. He just thought she was talking, right? And then that's when he said, like, the tunnel opened, that looked like it was millions of miles long, but there's light at the end of the tunnel, the whole thing you hear. And he started going towards it, and then all of a sudden something just stopped him and pulled him back. And then he kind of started slowly floating down from the ceiling, and then when he got about halfway, he said it went fast, and he came in through the top of his body, and then that's when he realized that was him he was looking at. Oh, he also
Whoa.
said that he could see 2 angels standing next to him. He said they were standing next to his body under the truck. He said they didn't have wings. They were long men, very long hair, very muscular, and they were about 8 to 10 feet tall. And he said he was happy that the angels were there helping that person. He didn't realize it was him, right? Well, then he came back awake because she was tapping him on the face, calling his name, and he was just overwhelmed with the pain, and he decided to give up again, right? Same thing, up into the rafters, looking down, but at this time he knew that was him. Once again, the tunnel opened, he started going, and then he got sucked back to his body. And he said he heard what he believes to be God whisper in his ear, says, it's up to you, basically is what he said. And he kept, he just couldn't take it. The pain was too much. He said, no, just take me. And he got sucked to the ceiling again, back into the tunnel. And then one more time, I guess this woman was praying for him and kept calling him back. And then the last time she said, do you have anything to live for? You need to fight. And he remembered he has 2 young kids and a wife, because he was only in his 36, I guess. And that gave him the will to live once he remembered he had a wife and kids. And he said he remembered he was freaked out because the angels, he couldn't see them when he was conscious, only when he was floating above his body. Anyway, long story short, they ended up taking him to the hospital. He was in the hospital for over a year. The doctor said he couldn't explain how he lived because every major artery in that part of his body was severed and bleeding internally. The doctor didn't think he'd live through the first night, and he did. And the crazy part is he was legit dead for over 7 minutes, they said. And once they brought him back, he was able, he went back to the fire department to thank everyone a year later once he got out of the hospital. And he knew every one of their names without ever meeting them, in a normal circumstance. He knew every one of their names. And he remembered that he was dead, floating above his body when the woman and man walked in. And he told them all their names, and he asked them why they came in the back door, and they were totally confused how he even knew they came in the back door. But yeah, it's kind of crazy shit you hear like that. And this dude, in the video I watched, this dude was very passionate about it. And he said he was an atheist before that. He'd never gone to church. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy when you hear stories like that.
Bro, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
There's been some great comments, and Dreamweaver, I just sent him the link, so look out for his invite. Wait and Bleed, I'm gonna read this one out loud. So, and Bleed, I can send you a link. Let me know if you want to get on. Again, guys, you don't have to turn your camera on. You can just dial in for a voice call, kind of like Zach did, kind of just like a telephone call. You can do it from a mobile device or a computer. Just let me know how to get you the link. But yeah, Bleed says he went into cardiac arrest in 2012 while playing ice hockey. He went face down on a white sheet of ice, never saw a white light or had any out-of-body experience. Washington Hospital Center in Washington, D.C. with my wife next to me without a clue while I was there. Was 3 minutes in systole, which is flatline. So he flatlined. He was gone. And so I often wonder, You know, like what's the difference between somebody that does get that experience and doesn't? And I don't
Right.
know, man. My mind goes all kinds of places. Like I've spent a lot of time. I don't know if it's been since we started the podcast or if I've always leaned more towards space kind of stuff, but I always kind of think about like the sciencey kind of stuff, and I don't spend a lot of time thinking about like the afterlife or ghosts or demons. And I'm not even sure where, honestly, if you ask me what I believed, if what there is, you know, when you do leave this earth, what happens? I don't know. There's things I'd like to believe, like all over the place. Something's got to happen, right? Maybe
Right.
not. I don't know.
Yeah.
But man, you hear some of these stories like that one there, and it just really makes you pause and stop and think.
Yeah, I mean, he remembered great detail, everything, every little aspect, and people were blown away that he could remember any of it because he was dead. This dude was dead, and the doctor came back like 2 years later because the doctor promised him that he was going to find out how he lived, to use that to be able to treat other people. And the doctor finally came back to him and said, I have no idea. I give up. Insane. I guess as soon as the truck landed on him and he figured out what was going on, he said, Jesus help me. You know, he kind of said it twice and that was it. He said he'd never gone to church, never prayed, never nothing. And, you know, he spoke to like how amazing it is that, you know, he was forgiven because this guy was a biker. He said he did not lead a good lifestyle and everything else. And that Jesus forgave him for everything and decided to help him, and he was absolutely blown away by it. And this guy was changed for the rest of his life by this story. You know what I mean? So kind of crazy what kind of experiences will do to a person. Like when I was in my bike wreck, I never died or anything, but I literally remember getting the train in the turning lane. And then I remember waking up in the hospital, which is an hour and a half, 2 hours from my house, and my wife was already there, and the doctor's hand was in my leg. Because I remember waking up, freaking out, like calling my wife, and she was already there. She was standing right next to me. It's kind of crazy. Like I lost a good 3 hours that I have no recollection of.
I'm glad you're here, Bleed. That's a hell of a story to come back from. Elu asks, have you ever had a bad, scary dream that made you scream in your sleep? Dude, I think I have one of those at least once a month.
Yeah, I never have night terrors.
Yeah, a lot of times I can't even remember what happened. I know the worst dreams that I have usually involve my children, like something bad happening, and
Yeah,
that's usually what invokes a scream.
Yeah, Rick, he saw everything from outside his body. He was floating in the rafters. He said 10 to 15 feet up in the rafters before the tunnel opened up through the ceiling, and he kept getting sucked down. It's a pretty powerful story. Just listen to this guy tell it. It was pretty wild.
Crazy
Who'd you say wanted to come on?
Dreamweaver.
Oh,
I texted him the link. That's why I've been kind of checking.
Dreamweaver. The man, the myth, the legend. Anybody else got any stories they want to share? What's another haunted place in America, Squirrel?
Next one up. The Valisa Axe Murder House. That sounds fun. That's in Iowa. Do we have any Iowans out there? It's a chilling destination brings us to a quiet town in Iowa where an unassuming white house holds a dark and gruesome secret. The Valisa Murder House is the site of one of America's most notorious unsolved crimes. So again, this isn't one that's been, we haven't figured this one out. It's unsolved. June 10th, 1912, small town of Valisa was rocked by a horrifying discovery. The Moore family, Josiah and Sarah Moore, and their 4 children, along with 2 visiting children, Lena and Allison Stillinger, were found brutally murdered in their beds. Each victim had been bludgeoned to death with an axe. Golly.
God, can you imagine?
A crime so savage and shocking that it sent waves of fear and outrage throughout the community. The investigation revealed a grim scene. The killer had methodically gone from room to room, inflicting fatal blows on each of the victims while they slept. The ceilings of the bedrooms bore gouge marks from the backswing of the axe, and the mirrors throughout the house had been covered with cloths strangely. I got chill bumps again. Why would you cover the mirrors with cloths? The killer had also placed a plate of uneaten food and a bowl of bloody water on the kitchen table, suggesting they lingered in the house after the murders. Despite extensive investigations and numerous suspects, the case was never solved. The identity of the murderer remains a mystery to this day. Over the years, the house stood as a grim reminder of that fateful night, and it wasn't long before reports of paranormal activity began to surface. So you can visit this house. The visitors have reported a wide range of eerie phenomena. Disembodied footsteps echo through the house. Doors are said to open and close on their own. Some have heard the faint sounds of children's laughter and cries, while others have felt an oppressive, dark presence
Nope.
that seems to watch their every move.
Burn it
One
down.
particularly chilling account comes from a group of paranormal investigators who conducted an overnight stay in the house. I got chilled once again.
Yeah.
Why would you stay there overnight?
No.
They claim to experience physical interactions with unseen forces, including scratches, touches, and even being pushed by invisible hands. Ugh. Electronic voice phenomena captured during their investigations revealed disturbing whispers and cries for help as we continue our journey through America's most haunted locations. The Valencia Murray House remains one of the most unsettling stops and a place in history that just gives you chills.
Gothic Kid, you gotta have some
Bro.
stories. I mean,
You gotta have some fucking cojones to stay in that place
You know,
overnight. That's
I'm
all
good.
I gotta say.
Yeah. There used to be a in my hometown here, there was this dude. I don't think they ever caught him. He would just like walking down the street, he'd stab people in the neck and run away. They never caught him. He'd just walk up and stab people and then take off. That was probably 10 years ago. Is it? Out. Never caught the dude, which I find wild. How do you not catch that dude? And it was in like broad daylight and shit. Dreamweaver's here.
Let's do it. Bring him in. He said he might have 2 stories. I know this guy, IRL buddy. Welcome on. Welcome to the Afterlife, Dreamweaver. Go at it, man. Tell your stories. I know you got some good ones.
What's up, guys? How y'all
What's
doing?
up?
Good. I don't know, Squirrel. I was thinking more the ghost thing, man. Since it's Halloween, maybe we'll save that alien one for another day. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, well, one thing that popped into my mind. Lucid, you're from out west, man. So you probably have never heard of this, but Squirrel, you ever heard of the Bunny Man Bridge up there in Manassas?
I have.
I think I
Yeah,
have heard
yeah.
of that.
Yeah, man. So I can't remember that just popped into my head like while I was waiting to get on. But I don't know exactly what in the world that story was about. But yeah, it was some freaky shit that went on with that thing. It was like some guy, man, doing some shit with some kids and threw them over the bridge or something, man. But I remember riding like back in the day when we was on sport bikes, man. We rode some sport bikes up there and dude, we were there like 5 minutes and I was like, let's get the hell out of here. Like, I don't even want to be
You
here,
just feel
man.
it?
I was like, yeah, no, I didn't want to. Nah, I had no parts of that. But it was freaky feeling being there because you're like, you ride in under this bridge and it's like a dead end and it's got like a cul-de-sac and you turn around, man. It's just a weird feeling, man. But it's like right in Manassas, like kind of like on the outskirts of town. So I can't remember the full story. You probably had, I mean, I'm sure Google's probably got something on it. But yeah, man, it was kind of crazy. But the main one, I guess I wanted to tell, I've got 2, but I guess the main one I wanted to tell, and Squirrel, you might remember this one, but so when I was growing up, my parents, they split up when I was young, right? And so my dad, he hooked up with this other chick and was with her for a long time. It was basically my stepmom. My dad and her never got married or nothing, but her parents, back when she was little, bought this piece of property, right? And it had a house foundation that was there. It was all cleared off. The house foundation was there. But they bought this property for the cheap because a mom and dad and like 4 or 5 kids burned up in this house fire and they died, right? Everybody died in the house fire. So they to save money built their house on this foundation that was already there. So they didn't do the concrete work, nothing like that. They just built this footprint of this house. And for the longest time, man, nothing ever happened. Everything was cool. Everything was hunky dory. And then as their kids started growing up, it was 4 of them total that they had in the house. It was Diane and her 3 brothers. She was the only girl. Right. Longest time, everything was good. Well, as the kids started getting older, man, shit started happening. They started hearing noises, doors and shit started opening, things got moved, nothing crazy. Right. Well, then when the oldest, Ryan, he was like 13 or 12, 13-ish, some shit started happening. And like things in his room would get moved, the lights and stuff, normal kind of ghost stuff you'd hear. Well, then they started seeing the people. They started seeing the mom and dad walking through the house every now and then. They'd catch glimpses of them, right? And then one night, this was years later, right? One night, I'm kind of bouncing around. Let me go back to when the kids were younger. So evidently, the mom had an issue with Brian, the oldest brother, right? He must have pissed her off. God only knows. Maybe he was looking at Playboys and she didn't like it. Whatever. So she used to screw with him all the time. this one night, the worst night, the worst story I ever heard was he was sleeping in his bed, right? And he used to sleep with his covers up over his head because, I mean, there was like a going thing that there was this family ghost in the house, right? So he'd sleep with his covers over his head. And one night he was sleeping, you know, he had his covers up over his damn head and he heard some banging in his room and he pulls the covers down, right? And he looks and the mom is standing at his bookshelf and she's like throwing shit off the bookshelf into the floor, right? He pulls the covers back over his head. Everything, look,
Nope.
everything, look, yeah, everything. No. Everything goes silent, right? Story goes, he sits there for a few minutes. He's just sitting there. Everything's silent. He's scared shitless. And he pulls the covers down to take a look. And she's right in his face, right there in his face. And he probably shit himself. But I remember, like, after that, like, he slept with the light on. He never freaking cut the lights off in his bedroom or nothing. But the crazy thing is, so I remember as a kid being like 11, 12, and they had this big gum tree in the front yard. This is a huge thing. I used to like to climb it. And I remember the first time I had any issues, not issues, I should say sightings or whatever you want to call it. I was climbing this gum tree and it was like fall time, right? So I heard this like walking by the sidewalk going up the house, and I like look down. I'm way the fuck up in this gum tree, and I can hear leaves crunching, but there's nobody there, right? And there's just this sound like somebody walking, and then the front door of the house, the main screen door, that thing opens, the hard door opens, the screen door shuts, and the other door shut, and there was nobody there. And I watched this door like just open and do its thing. And you know, I knew about the ghosts and stuff, but I guess kids' perspective, right? You don't absorb it the same as you would an adult. And so I was like, yeah, whatever. So this one night I was sleeping down in the basement bedroom, and where the bed was, you could sleep and the foot of the bed faced like down the hall. Like if you like set up in the bed, you look straight down this hall, and it had like 4 or 5 steps, then a landing, and then 4 or 5 steps, 6 steps, or whatever it was to go to the second floor. So I'm laying in the bed and I wake up. Like I said, I was probably 11, 12, something like that. I wake up and my feet are numb, right? And I'm like, my feet are numb, like you'd set on your feet. So I like start moving my feet. And this like image, not really image, but it was, you know how it like looks when heat comes off the road? Like like that's distorted. So yeah, right. So I like move my feet and whatever it was kind of rolls off the bed, and the hall light down in the far end by the landing was on, and whatever it was rolled off the bed and rolls down the hallway, and you can see it go up the landing and then go around the steps, and then the whole stairwell was clear, dude. And I was like,
What shit is this?
holy shit. I was like, no. I should probably not tell this one, but my wife's beside me. So you think I should tell this one about the apartment? So right when I got out of high school, me and the girl I dated through high school and stuff, we got this townhouse. So we're in this townhouse, and we weren't together long after that. We had split. Her father, he had passed away, and he was in the Navy, right? So we had the typical townhouse, you know, you got like a master on one side, and then like there's 2 other little bedrooms like across the hall, you know. So we had this townhouse. So we split. She takes everything out of the house. Only thing that's in there was her dad's military uniform, and it was hung in the back of this closet, right? That now was like a kind of like a with a single man. It was kind of like just a storage room. The other room was like a weight room. So after she had left, I would get up in this, now mind you, this uniform's still in this closet, right? I would get up to go to work in the morning, and some mornings, like the door of that room would be cracked open like this much. And this didn't happen crazy much. I mean, it probably happened 10 times, 8 times, 10 times. The door would be cracked open like this, you know, just a little bit. And I'd pull it shut, you know, I'd go on to work, whatever, pay no mind to it, because that room, I never went in it, right? It was like an overflow room. Come back home, work, do my thing, go back to sleep. Next morning, week later, whatever. Sometimes it'd be open another couple inches. It might be open all the way. And this happened a couple of 3 or 4 times. And I was like, man, this is weird. 6, 8 times that it happened. I was like, I started trying to like put dots together, right? I told her, I was like, look, you got to come get this uniform. Like, I was like, you know, come get it. So she come got it. shit stopped. Never happened again. Right? Everything was good. So move forward 2.5, 3 years later, my ex, the mother of my children, we had our first kid. He was, and of course, why not make his bedroom the room where we had all this
Oh fuck.
freaky shit happening, right? Well, when I was young, we can't convert the weight room into a kid's room. We're gonna make the freaky room the kid's room, right?
The freaky room. I like it.
Yes. So
I've got a freaky room.
yeah, it's just a little different, right? So anyway, long story short, the his this is our oldest boy. His room becomes this room,
Okay.
and weight room still in the other thing, doing about as much as it did when hardly nothing. Right? You ever hardly visit a weight room in your house? So anyway, so his room's in there. I guess he was probably 4 years old, maybe 5-ish, 4 to 5-ish, right? And like I said, the backstory now of this room and the whole door opening and whatnot. We're laying in bed one night. Once again, typical townhouse hallway. One side of the hallway is 2 bedrooms. The other side of the hallway, like the middle of the hallway, is like the master bedroom entrance and shit. We're laying in bed, and we used to keep the hall light on. So if he got up, he'd go to the restroom, whatever. He can kind of see his way. He's not tripping over stuff or whatever. Our bedroom door was always stayed open. So, the light from the hallway bleeds into the bedroom, at the foot of the bed and the bedroom door and whatnot. So, man, we're sitting there and we're laying in the bed and, we're both we're out of it, we're asleep, and we wake up, and our oldest boy, he's sitting there and he's like just sobbing, man. Like, he's just crying profusely and like just shook up. And dude, we popped out of bed and I'm like, dude, what's wrong? What's the matter? And man, he looks at us and he said, there's a man in the corner and he's laughing at me. And I said, I looked at my wife. I looked back at him. She was like, are you going to go check it out? I was like, fuck no, I'm not going to go check it out. I was like, get in the bed. I was like, no. I was like, I have no desire. I was like, if somebody comes through this bedroom, we'll handle it. But other than that, you can have that bedroom. He said there's a
He
man.
lives there now.
Dude, I still get chills this day. He said there's a man in the room and he's laughing at me. And I was like, oh, shit. And
Damn.
yeah, man. So
I have fucking goosebumps up and down my body. The hair is standing up on the back of my neck because you just reminded me of a story.
I'll tell you what. Go ahead. Sorry.
Does he recall any of that or?
no.
Good.
I don't think I've ever squirreled, to be honest with you. I can't remember if I've ever even talked to him about it. I mean, we might have, but I don't think I have. Really?
Good.
Like maybe
Don't
I
even
shouldn't.
bring it up.
Yeah, probably
don't
shouldn't.
even bring it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like PTSD or something. Yeah. And yeah, I don't think we have, man, to be honest with you.
Lucid, go ahead, and then I've got a story I'm going to
I was
connect to
just gonna
Dave's
say,
because
as soon as I wake up and mom is this far from my face, I'm yelling, screaming, crying, running out the door, and then I'm throwing a Molotov cocktail through that window.
Yes.
burn
never
the whole
coming
place
back.
down.
That's what's
Not
happening.
me. I'd probably be like the bat. I would just go back under the covers and wait for that shit to be gone. I mean,
Ain't no way. Molotov
those
cocktail through the
covers are
window.
like those covers are like a force field. If you're under the covers, you're
Yeah.
safe.
Maybe a road
man.
flare or something.
So that story is just eerily the same. My oldest came into the bedroom, which our bedrooms were actually side by side upstairs, so really close to each other. She came in crying out of her mind, middle of the night. She was probably 4, 5, and we asked her what was wrong, and it was the same thing, Dreamweaver. She said the man on the roof in the corner was staring at her. I'm fucking getting chill bumps.
Yeah,
and
Fuck that.
staring at her and laughing at her, and she couldn't sleep. And bro, I wish I could. The hair on my arm is standing straight up. Like, and dude, when your child tells you something like that,
You believe them.
it's terrifying.
Yeah.
You're scared, you're mad, like you're everything, the emotions that go through it. And yeah, that was one of the most disturbing moments of my life to hear my child say something like that. And do you think I went up and got in the room?
No.
Fuck no. Nope. Nobody got up. Nobody got up to check.
No, dude, I won't check in that room. I was like, nah, whatever is good, it's good. No way, dude. Yeah. No way.
Yeah. So what are the odds that two different children, yours and mine are probably 5 or 6 years difference,
Yeah,
have the same story? A man in the corner. He was in the roof, like in the corner, like
Slender
off
Man.
the ground.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Might be something to it.
It must be a weird East Coast thing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
East Coast laughing ghost.
We have a lot of Civil War. We have a lot of Civil War.
No shit. You
ghosts
got a
out
lot of
here.
history over there, so
There's a lot of freaking blood on the ground over here.
yeah.
Dude, Civil War is big time. There's Janet's beauty salon right at the Spotsylvania courthouse, man. It's got a one-legged ghost. It's got a wooden leg that you can hear walking around in there. Janet,
pirate
unfortunately.
ghost?
No, Civil War ghost. Yes.
Okay.
No, yeah,
Like a
pirate.
cannon, probably.
Yeah,
Cannon
yeah.
blew his leg off.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I can't remember the part of the story, but I remember as a kid, I used to get my grandma would take me there to get my haircut, man, and you'd hear it like it would be like coon coon, and it'd be like a drag, and then it'd be like coon, and then coon coon, and he'd be like dragging his peg leg, and
Jesus.
that's what the story was, man. It was in the house. If you've seen the house, you know the house I'm talking about, right beside Courthouse Cafe. And dude, the house looks like it's from like 1812 and just held together by termites holding hands. You know what I mean? So it's rough, but and then yeah, man, there's all kinds of ghosts here. There's all kinds of ghosts here because that Civil War, man. Like Bloody Angle, we got Bloody Angle over here is one of the bloodiest wars of the Civil War. Like more people died in a 24-hour period than like any other
Gettysburg.
time. Yeah. This is nuts, man. Yeah. But yeah,
Nope.
man, I don't know.
So now I'm never moving over there.
Yeah,
Thanks for that.
Stay on the West Coast with your people
with
dressed as inflatable cows throwing fire
like
at the.
if this thing behind me was a unicorn, that's what I should wear.
There's
go attack the ice building.
There's also the Gavis house over here in Spotsylvania where the boy murdered his whole family other than his brother and sister. Remember that, Squirrel?
Mm-hmm.
And that's supposedly sort of like Lucid was talking earlier about painting over the walls and the symbols and stuff. Like he brutally murdered some of his family, his mom, dad, and there was blood all through the house. And I think he wrote some stuff in blood on the house and supposedly the same kind of way, right? Like they had to like multi-layers of paint and tear stuff up. But he I think he's out now. I think he got released from prison, Squirrel, like a couple years back.
Shit.
Like into a mental hospital or something. I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, but
he hasn't escaped.
Yeah, that's some crazy stuff too.
That's how a fucking horror movie starts. The guy escapes from the mental hospital the night before Halloween.
Yeah, exactly right. They I remember one of the first times I like ever drove down there in a car, man. It was me and a buddy and my brother, and we drove down to that's Toll's Mill over there. And so it used to be all gravel all the way to the Gavis house, all the way over like to Dickinson Road. So it was all gravel through there. And Lucid's gone, I think.
His internet might have went out.
Yeah.
It happens. Part of being live, having a live podcast, what's cool about this program, it keeps the connection.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to tell the other story, bro. That's the one that scares the living shit out of me. We'll save that for your for your
time.
Your episode. Your episode. Now that you've been on once live, this will shake the cobwebs off and eliminate any fear.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, no, I hear you, man. I don't know, the ghost thing is still pretty good. I don't know, man. I'm sure there's so much out there that's unexplained, right? And like you said earlier, man, it's we check out of here, man. There's so much energy in us, right? When you're happy or when you're sad or whatever, and that energy goes somewhere. You know what I mean? And it's got to be something that's controlling all this, and there's got to be a entity and Lord or whatever deity, whatever religion you want to believe. There's got to be something that's controlling all this, man. And everything we feel, it's got to go somewhere. And I guess if you're a bad person in life, man, I mean, it would only make sense to me that your soul would end up being bad too. You know what I mean? Like
bad energy.
Yeah, just bad energy, right? So maybe that's where demons come from, and maybe that's where evil spirits come from, is they were bad people while they were here on this earth. You know what I mean? So I can't imagine, good people would turn into a bad spirit. I don't think it would work like that,
No.
So, but yeah, man, I don't know. I think, I think there's probably, like I said, just there's always bad people on Earth, and they just turn into a bad spirit, unfortunately.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine a good spirit turning into a bad ghost. A good person
Right.
turning into a bad spirit.
Yeah, I hear you. Lucid, you back
Welcome
on?
I'm back.
Yeah.
Internet decided to reset.
Yep, happens
Right
twice
on.
a day to me.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. I could think of some more. I mean, I got that gorilla story, but that's not really a ghost story.
Gorilla story.
Save it.
Save that.
Save it. Save it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hell of a story. Appreciate you coming on, man. And we look forward. We'll set up a date with you.
Yeah.
You're definitely in the queue to have you on. I know Dave's got some great fucking stories to tell,
Yeah.
as you can tell already.
Right?
Yeah.
He could probably keep going for hours, but
Yeah, man. Me and Lucid are we're in the running for who's got epic beard. I think Lucid's got me right now.
yeah, he used to let his get his is
Growing out.
This is longer than it
gonna shave
usually
it
is.
soon.
Oh man, don't do it.
With
Don't.
work.
Yeah. I got
Oh, really?
Once a year, it might happen. I used to
So
be able to
you
get
gotta
away with
keep-
it, but
like certain length. You got to for like safety reasons or something.
completely nothing. Yeah, respirator.
Oh, you guys respirator test. Your
Yeah.
fit test.
Yep.
Yeah, damn.
But I've managed to not do it for 3 or 4 years now, but they're starting to catch on to that, so I might have to do
I
it.
hear you. Be cleaned up here soon.
Even though I
Yeah,
never wear
no.
one.
Yeah, the only way to get around it would be like do they that pressurized hood system
Right.
where you got the
the bubble hood.
pressurized air. Yeah, the air pack. Yeah. So all right,
Zach
fellas.
Zach says he's got a story now about a mental hospital and his grandma. How do y'all have so many stories?
Yeah.
We got 26 people in chat. If you've got stories, let us know. We do have to cancel, or we do have to cut this off at some point.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Lucid, you let us know because Lucid does have to work tonight.
Yeah, I'm good for now.
Okay.
All
Hi,
right, guys.
Peach Boom.
Right on, man. Appreciate you
Y'all
coming
have a
on.
y'all have a
Dream
good
Weaver,
Halloween.
thank you, brother.
You too.
Yeah.
Later.
Later, bro. Zach, if you want to come back and tell that one, let us know. Anybody else in chat want to get in on this?
I'm on the other side now, and it's freaking me out. We got to go back.
I know I'm used to.
There. We got to switch it up.
Can you do it?
Boom.
So we're on Haunted Place number 4,
Cool. What is it?
the Lizzie Borden house in
Oh,
Massachusetts.
That's right.
Massachusetts. There's a lot of freaking. Honestly, I guess it's because of the age of the first colony states. The 13.
Yeah, it's all.
There seems to be
over
more.
there.
Yeah, there's more age and ghost stories there. But yeah, Massachusetts. Do you want to do this one, Lucy?
No, go. I don't have any more notes. Well, go ahead
Okay.
because it's all going to be East Coast for the most part, I think, because like you said, the Civil War. I mean, there's more history over there.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, but over here, I mean, yeah, there's been some bloody battles, and man, it's nothing where I live, Lucid, to go walking in the woods and stumble across like a family cemetery.
Right,
That's
yeah.
not on any maps. It's not marked. You'll just see tombstones on the ground, and
I found like just random graves on the east side of the state, like up elk hunting in the backcountry and stuff. You'll just stumble across a headstone. It's kind of crazy, like a old settler or something. I have pictures of it. It was a whole like I don't know if he was a settler, but the recent one that I found over there was in this huge like field, and over like right under the only tree in this field, and it was like it was a pretty steep downhill this field was on, and it was overlooking like the whole valley, and this dude's grave was right there underneath that tree. Some veteran, he had like there was like medals hanging on it and stuff. Cool.
one thing I did want to throw out, if you're watching this from the future, this will be available on Spotify, on YouTube, on Amazon Music, on Apple Music.
Yes.
Help me out, Lucid. It's everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. I want to apologize. Last week's episode was taken down from Spotify and all the places because apparently the song that I've been using for the intro is no longer accepted in the U.S., the United Kingdom, Japan. Friggin', it said, but
That's our song, though, right?
No, not our song. The other one, just the instrumental one. So I got to edit that song out, and I'll repost it as soon as I get some time to do so. But that's last week's episode.
And the
But it's
other
still
thing
on
I wanted to
YouTube.
throw out is any guess, Lucid and I, if there's the particular part where you told a story, we can absolutely clip that and provide you the clip if you want to use it for your own uses. We obviously will give you first choice over it, and we want to see everybody grow. So whether it's Zach or Dave or golly, all the people that have been on telling their stories, Teddy. We can email you those files.
True that.
Then you can upload it on TikTok and have people blast you for it.
I'm afraid
For
to look at
being
my
on
phone.
with the two
I'm afraid to look at my phone today.
the podcast with my boyfriend,
So
so I can hold on to his epic beard.
I said squirrel.
Anyway.
So are you my boyfriend?
Fucking people.
Oh,
Gotta have thick skin in this business.
wild
All right,
clones.
so getting into the haunted place number 4, the Lizzie Borden house, a place forever etched in the, I hate saying this word, annals of American crime history. On the morning of August 4th, 1892, this unassuming house became the scene of a brutal double murder that has captivated and horrified the public for over a century. Andrew and Abby Borden were found hacked to death in their home. Andrew Lizzie
Hacked.
Borden's father was found on the couch in the sitting room, his face nearly unrecognizable from the numerous blows he had received. Abby Lizzie's stepmother was discovered upstairs in the guest bedroom, her head smashed in by a similar ferocious attack. The murder weapon was determined to be a hatchet, and suspicion quickly fell on Lizzie Borden, the daughter of Andrew Borden. Lizzie's trial was a media sensation, capturing the attention of the nation. Despite compelling circumstantial evidence and a motive, Lizzie's strained relationship with her stepmother, and her potential inheritance, she was acquitted of the murders. The case remains officially unsolved, leaving an aura of mystery and intrigue that continues to surround the house to this day. The Lizzie Borden house, now a bed and breakfast. What the fuck? Who the fuck? Who the fuck is going there? Anyway, it's a hot spot for paranormal activity. Guests and investigators alike report a wide array of ghostly encounters. Many have seen apparitions resembling Andrew and Abby Borden wandering the halls or appearing in the rooms where they met their untimely deathly encounters. Oh my gosh.
Nope.
Hell no. People have encountered a spirit of a woman in Victorian era clothing, believed to be Lizzie herself, still lingering in the house where her life changed forever. One of the most frequently reported experiences is the sound of footsteps on the stairs and in the hallways, often when no one else is around. Some visitors have felt an unseen presence brush past them or tap them on the shoulder. Cold spots, again, that comes up a lot in these haunted
cold
places.
spots.
The cold spots, sudden drops in temperature, and the inexplicable feeling of being watched are common occurrences in the house. Again, like they brought in like paranormal researchers. There's been like voices and shit captured on their electronic devices. Chilling messages. Investigators have recorded voices whispering names, asking for help, or making statements that suggest an awareness of their tragic fate.
Nope.
I just can't get over that this place is a bed and breakfast. Who here in chat would go seek this place out if you're in Massachusetts and book it to stay there?
Never.
Never.
And it's crazy because the game Phasmophobia has taught me so much about ghosts.
I've never played it. I've just watched it.
The game is legit compared to what I've been hearing this week. Like cold breath, electronics freaking out. I mean, yeah, that game is on point when it comes to ghost hunting. Just saying.
Evidently Marilyn Monroe was related somehow.
What did
Ted said he would. I was thinking Ted would, but I didn't want to call him out. I didn't want to put him out there like that. You would stay in that house, bruh. You would pay to stay there.
Nope, ain't no way.
Elkman said, "Dude, have y'all been to 7 Gates of Hell in Bedford County?"
I have not. No.
Salem, where all the witches are at? Nah.
No. I've been there. Been to Salem. Never been to.
You've been to Salem?
Yeah, long time ago.
Massachusetts?
No. Oregon.
Salem, Oregon?
That's where the witch hunts are. Salem.
Oh, I thought it was in Massachusetts.
Salem, Oregon is where the witch hunts are.
I didn't fucking know that.
That's where all the witch stuff went down. That's where Hocus Pocus is filmed.
Is it really?
Yeah.
God, I feel like a dummy now.
Hocus.
For some reason, I thought Salem was on the East Coast.
No.
I thought it was the
Salem,
original
Oregon.
colony kind of shit.
Yeah. That's where all the ghost stuff, or not ghost stuff, the witch trials and all that stuff.
All right, haunted place number 3.
Oh.
Now we're going to Texas. Let me talk. Give my Texas voice.
Yeah.
The Squirrel
Oh, you're
Master,
gonna piss
Avery
everyone
Nerf
off,
can
bro.
give me hell. Yeah, I can. The real Texans, so piss them
You're
off.
gonna piss everyone off.
The Driscoll Hotel in Texas is the 3rd most haunted place in America. It's actually in Austin, Texas, home to one of the most luxurious and haunted hotels in the United States. The Driscoll Hotel was built in 1886 by Cattle Bear and Jesse Driscoll. His name was Cattle Bear?
Cattle Bear. I'm going to start calling you Cattle Bear.
I like it. If I have a son, I might name him Cattle Bear. This historic hotel has hosted countless guests over the years, including famous politicians, celebrities, and even presidents. However, some of his guests have never left. Bullshit. The hotel's rich history is steeped in tales of tragedy and ghostly encounters. Jesse Driscoll himself is said to haunt the premises. He lost the hotel in a what game? A poker game, just a year after it opened, and died shortly after. Why would you gamble your freaking hotel on a poker game?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Why not?
Staff have reported seeing his apparition, often accompanied by the smell of cigar smoke, walking the halls and keeping a watchful eye on his beloved establishment. One of the most well-known spirits at the Driscoll Hotel is that of a little girl known as Samantha Houston. Samantha was the daughter of a Texas senator and tragically fell to her death while chasing a ball down the grand staircase in 1887. Her playful spirit is said to linger in the hotel, particularly in the 5th floor. Guests have reported hearing the sound of a ball bouncing and a child's laughter. I don't even care if she's nice. I don't want to deal with it.
No.
They dressed in Victorian clothing, giggling, playing in the hallways.
Sorry, but child's laughter is probably the number one most freakiest shit there is.
You're right.
When it comes to,
Yeah.
like, ghost shit. Ain't no way. If I hear a kid laughing coming from the hallway, nope. Fuck
There's,
that.
of course, a room. There's always a room in these hotels. Room 525, which has gained a notorious reputation over the years. It is said that 2 brides, decades apart, took their own lives in this room on their honeymoon. Guests staying in room 525 have reported inexplicable cold spots, the feeling of being watched, and the sensation of someone sitting on the edge of the bed. Some have even claimed to see the apparitions of the tragic brides still wearing their wedding dresses. Jesus. The hotel's bar area is also a hot spot for paranormal activity. Many have encountered the ghost of a woman known as the Blue Lady, believed to be the spirit of jilted bride who took her life in the hotel. The Blue Lady is often seen sitting at the bar, her sad eyes gazing into the distance, or walking through the lobby in a blue dress. She is sometimes accompanied by a cold breeze or the faint scent of lavender. Man.
Ain't no way. Hey, Dreamweaver's back.
Oh, yeah?
Back.
Got something.
Just mute our stream. Yeah, mute YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta mute that. Yeah. Hey, look, so I forgot a part. I forgot a part about that house where the kids died. And it's so funny, Lucid, you just said about kids laughing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when once again I was like 11, 12. Well, my dad's girlfriend, my stepmother ish, she had a daughter too, and she was like 2 years older than me, right? But anyway, when before my dad and her had got together, they lived there with her mom and dad in that house, you know, because she had split from her with her previous husband or whatever. And when her daughter was like 4 or 5, she got up one night and she heard all this giggling and laughing, right, coming from her daughter's room. Yeah, Lucy's already shaking his head. Look, she walks in the fucking room, opens the door. Her daughter's sitting in the floor in a circle playing with this ball with these ghost kids. They're all sitting around her like, you know, crisscross applesauce, sitting in this floor, dude. And they're all laughing. And she like grabbed her up and like took her ass out the room. And they didn't see the kids. That's the only time they ever seen the kids. Yep. Nope. Negative.
That we're moving. We're moving.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, so the crazy thing is too, right?
Ghost kids are the creepiest part. Fuck that.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
need friends too.
So her grandmother, this lady's grandmother, which was her mom's mom, lived there as she got older. She lived there to, you know, help being taken care of and stuff. And when she passed in the house. Everything ceased to exist after that. Like she led them to the light. Like she took everybody with her and like and there was no sightings, nothing ever again after that.
Wow. Huh.
So I don't know, but the
you.
whole kid, yeah, you're welcome. The whole kid thing popped up in my head, and I was like, oh shit, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah, no kids laughing. I hear
No.
kid laughing. Yeah, burning it down.
I often wonder why certain people see this stuff and others don't. And maybe like that energy we were talking about, it makes them more conductive or conducive to see that stuff. And like
Yeah, man.
you say,
I mean,
the grandma passed and maybe that was her energy.
Yeah.
right.
Like,
Well, yeah, the energy,
Bringing
just
it,
like
you know?
just like the 3-eye Atlas chick I sent you today, Squirrel.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, that was some wild
This
shit.
chick is crying. She said she like
Left her body and went and saw 3-eye
meditated
Atlas.
and she went to transfer her
Her energy,
her
yeah.
presence, her energy to 3-eye Atlas, and she did it. And she encountered these beings that were, she said, tribal in nature.
What? On top
Right?
of this comet or whatever it is?
In it, it's a building, or
It's a
I mean, it's a ship.
Ship?
It's a
But
ship.
it's made out of what's a volcanic glass called? You know what I'm talking about?
Obsidian.
Obsidian. It's made of obsidian.
Obsidian.
And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't, like, it's
Okay.
got hundreds and hundreds of windows, but you can't see in them unless they want you to, because the whole ship is cloaked.
Holy crap.
That's what she said.
She said she felt her presence. She said she successfully felt her presence on the ship, and she opened her eyes, and one of the beams was like right there in her face. This woman was like
And all of a
crying,
sudden,
like in tears, like
it said
telling the story.
home.
Like,
It said home.
yeah.
And then she
Fucking-
like was overwhelmed and freaked out and went back to her body or whatever the hell she did. This chick was shaking and like crying and like completely freaked out talking about this.
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah. That's
Mhm.
intense. Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast, that whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I know y'all touched on
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's I don't know.
Yeah, don't get me
And
down the 3-eye Atlas rabbit hole.
if it is something, we're fucked if they make it here anyway. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
What are
according
we
to
gonna
this
do?
chick, they're not gonna come here. They're going to oversee us, like from wherever the hell. And she says
just-
that the vibration or the whatever the hell it was, the vibration, they're gonna change, and some people won't be able to take that vibration. They're gonna lose it.
Like a frequency
Heads
or
are
something.
fucking
Yeah, the
explode.
frequency. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
there's some interesting
who knows?
stuff about frequency. If you look that up, like frequencies of like different vibrations of how things communicate and how things work on different, like I guess levels of reality with
Mhm.
frequency. I don't know, man. There's so much we don't understand.
According to
Jesus.
this chick, it was all telepathy. There's no verbal words. It was all through the mind. Is how they communicate.
Wow.
I don't know. Kind of crazy. They say we only
Yeah.
use
I mean, there
fucking
is-
1% of our brain. So
Our government has, and they still use remote viewing. And so,
Oh yeah.
yeah, like remote viewing's a thing. And so there's people that train and work themselves up to be able, you can give them a set of coordinates and they can remote view what's there. And there's been people that have like uncanny accuracy to be able to tell you things. And the government, literally look into this, the government uses them, like they use them for like, it started with like war procedures where they'd
Right.
say, hey, we want you to tell us about this Nazi base, in Germany or whatever. And like the people could like sit in this room and transport themselves there and give exact directions, go through the store, make 2 lefts and a right. You're going to see the command center, and like that shit's out there. Yeah, look up remote viewing. There's also been remote viewings where they've asked them, they've given them coordinates to like Mars and other planets.
They look
and
on it.
so
Yeah.
yeah, it's a whole that's a whole thing.
I want to be a jumper. Seen that movie?
A
Yeah.
jumper.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be
yeah.
cool as shit.
Yeah.
That's
Or
a superpower I
that
want.
Looper was another good
A
one.
looper.
Yeah.
I'm ready for Ready Player One. Just give me that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
We're not far from that.
You got it.
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah.
sold it. You took it
Yeah.
back.
Uh,
Put your VR on. You got Ready Player
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
That's not good enough yet.
Oh man.
All right.
aliens.
I don't want to tell you about the kids. That's all. So,
right.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dreamweaver.
yep. Till next time. Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Peace out, man.
Later.
Guys, see how easy it is to tune in and out. If you got a story, go ahead.
Yeah, screaming kids.
Tell us,
no.
let us know. We can pull you right in.
Laughing children. There is no way. I'll take some friggin' legged Civil War vet over a laughing child any day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing creepier
Yeah.
than child's laughter from a ghost.
Fuck that. The guy in the corner in their fucking ceiling freaks me out.
Yeah, that would be. It would all freak me out. But if I had to pick,
Mm.
the laughing kids ain't happening. The laughing kids in the corner singing friggin' "Ring Around the Rosie."
TV show Evil has a priest.
You guys remember the movie Blair Witch Project?
Yes.
When that came out, it was hyped to be real, right? And that movie is probably the #1 movie that scared me the most. That movie was so goddamn freaky. Where did that take place? It was over by you somewhere, I'm sure. Just looking at the woods and shit
Probably.
reminded me of over there. But
Yeah.
Blair Witch Project scared the living shit out of me. There ain't no fucking way. I couldn't even watch that whole movie. It took me like 5 or 6 days to watch that movie. That's what a sissy I am.
Oh, Maryland. At least it was in
Maryland.
Maryland. Shit.
Fuck.
I did not know it was that close.
Mhm.
Elkman said he lived in Salem, Virginia. 7 Gates of Hell's in Bedford County, Virginia. Shit, I didn't know that.
Zach's back.
Oh, yeah, man. Zach's back. Zach's back.
Backpack. Hello?
Is that your kids' voices or creepy kid voices, first of all?
Both. Don't you keep up the stairs at the wrong time.
Disconnect them
Oh,
right
God.
now. Disconnect them right now.
Gave you a hum joy at least. You just scared everybody, Fuzzy. Good job.
No creepy voices.
Daddy will be downstairs here in a second, okay? So my grandma used to work at the Western State in the Shenandoah Valley. It's a mental hospital. Yeah, she would take a head nose. And she, obviously I don't know anybody's names or anything like that because, can't. But she told me a couple stories. One of them's just going to be funny, and that's one I'll start with. So she used to tell me about this guy, and there was one day she got to work, and he was following ants on the ground. He was just following ants, and he stopped, and he looked at my grandma straight in the face, and he said, "Sue, can you believe what they told me today? They told me I was crazy. They said I had a mental illness." And she's like, "Well, so-and-so," and then she explained the diagnosis or whatever. And he's like, "No, Sue, that's not true." And she's like, "Well, what are you doing right now?" He goes, "I'm following Satan to hell." And then he started following the ants again. It was
Wow.
weird.
Perfectly sane.
Yep. And then she had another patient that I've never met the guy, obviously. Don't know him, but I do not like him. And it gives me the creeps even talking about him. So he hated my grandma. She used to come home to my grandma. My grandpa almost made her quit the hospital because this guy, he thought he was going to kill my grandma too. And he ended up passing when she still worked there. And then after she retired, she got stories from her fellow nurses there that she still talks to. She got stories that they would go into like where his room was and where he passed, and like my Suzanne would be with and waiting the spot, taking the dust and stuff.
Jesus.
I told my grandma, I was like, if anything ever happens in your house, you're moving. Cause that guy wants you dead that bad that he's gonna. I was like, I'm glad you're not at that hospital anymore. Cause I was like, nope. And this guy was a convicted like model and everything else too. So like it was. Yeah, I was like, nope.
Nope, burn down the hospital.
Nope, that's what I said. I was like, nope, you're not going back to visit anybody. You're not doing nothing.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Holy shit.
And then I'm pretty sure the McDonald's I was just at was haunted too because they didn't give me any Monopoly pieces, and that has to be the only excuse.
I feel that.
Yeah, but that's what I got from the mental hospitals. And I have friends that stayed at the Villisca Motor House in Iowa. I don't know why they did it.
Why?
They invited me, but I said no.
You people are unchained, unhinged. I don't even know.
Yeah. They had all the stuff like you have in like Fez. He apparently had all the tech and everything, and he went and he said he saw some creepy stuff. I tried to get him to listen to call into you guys tonight, but he's at work.
There's some shit in life you don't fuck with. Leave the spirits alone. Let them do their thing. Just don't fucking summon them. Don't play with Ouija boards. Hell no. That shit. No. Hell no.
I'm not even gonna stand in the mirror with the lights out and what is it?
Don't say Candyman.
Bloody Mary or fucking Candyman. Any of that shit.
Candyman.
No,
Go
Zach.
off.
What the fuck,
They're fucking. You're gonna get curse everybody. God damn it.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. No.
Heavy on the
I
note.
Nope. I had a family member when I was a kid that was diagnosed with schizophrenia, but I remember as a kid, maybe like 8 or 9, 10, a little bit older, so enough to have clear recollection of what I was seeing, but they had written like on every square inch of the room walls, and not by the room I'm in, but I'm just imagining like the room I'm sitting in. Imagine every square inch being taken up by writing. And like I remember standing there as a kid and reading some of the shit. It was just the most off the wall stuff about
Like the
demons
Joker's prison cell.
and God and the Beatles. Like who killed fucking. Who was the Beatles guy?
I don't know.
who's
You're the old
John
one.
Lennon?
You
Was
tell
it
me.
John or something? I don't know. Like it was just all kinds of all. It's
You're the
creepy.
old
Like when
ones,
I think
bro.
about like how long and the thoughts it would take to like write all that down and cover an entire room up with writing.
And just to like think of what to write in every square inch of a room. Crazy. John Lennon.
John Lennon. Yeah. There was it's creepy stuff, man.
Yeah, there's some shit that I just will not fuck with. Ghosts are one.
Don't blame you. I'm not back down though, because my kids are yelling for me downstairs now, and I don't want them to come up here and laugh and scare you guys again. So.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, Zach.
Laters.
Right. The queue is open. Let us know in chat if you're getting on.
All right, where are we
We're gonna
at?
move
We on
on
number
to
2? Number 2?
Number 2. 2 left. The House, California. Another place in California.
Hotel California. That place is haunted.
So the house was built in 1857 by Thomas Way. It's often referred to as one of the most haunted houses in the United States. Its reputation for paranormal activity has earned it as the title of an official haunted house by the U.S. Commerce Department. Did not know that was a thing. Did not. The house was constructed on land that had seen its fair share of tragedy even before the house was built. It was the site of a public execution in 1852 where Yankee Jim Robinson was hanged for grand larceny. Despite the grim history of the land, Thomas Y decided to build his family home there, a decision that would bring a series of misfortunes and hauntings. The house itself is a beautiful example of Greek revival architecture, but it didn't take long for the family to start experiencing strange occurrences. One of the most frequent reported spirits in the house is that of Yankee Jim Robinson. Visitors and staff have reported hearing heavy footsteps on the second floor where Yankee Jim's ghost is said to roam. These footsteps are often accompanied by an overwhelming sense of dread and unease. Thomas Way himself is also said to haunt the house. His apparition has been seen throughout the property, often wearing a frock coat and top hat. He is frequently spotted in the parlor and on the stairway, as if he's still overseeing the house he built. Thomas's wife, Anna Y, is also believed to haunt the home. Her spirit has been seen in the garden and various rooms. Her presence often felt by a sudden drop in temperature. Again, that temperature thing. A gentle touch on the shoulder. Tragedy struck that family multiple times while they lived in the house. The Whales lost several of their children at young ages, and these tragic losses are believed to contribute to the house's paranormal activity. The ghost of their daughter, Violet, took her own life after a failed marriage, is said to linger in her former bedroom. All these places that have just...
I'm confused.
Death.
I'm confused. So why would this be number 2 on the list, right? Or all the ones that are above Amityville? Why wouldn't
Amityville seems like it would be like
one that mentioned green ooze dripping from the walls and demon pigs and physical violence towards the people that live there? You know what I mean? How is that like number 7 on the list?
I guess it's by activity. Plus, the movie, that movie kind of blew that one up. If there was a movie about this, maybe it could be way worse. I don't know.
Green slime coming from the wall. That's like straight out of Ghostbusters.
Fucking walls and the keyholes.
It's like Ghostbusters. Demon pigs. Like, have you ever heard of a demon pig in another fucking ghost story?
The demon pig's fucking wild.
Like, excuse me? Like, how is that number 7 and this is number 2?
I'm with you.
Like, and what causes...
I wonder what else is on that list. How do you get on the list? What else is on that list?
And what causes a spirit to be stuck? You know what I mean? Like, people get murdered every day, sadly. People die in accidents every day. And what causes that particular spirit to be stuck here and decide to haunt a certain property or whatever?
A lot of anger.
Is it like if I'm at work and I get crushed by something falling off a crane, right? Sure, I'm pissed off. I'm dead. You know?
Yeah.
Do you decide if you're going to stay and haunt where you died? I don't know. How's that work?
I wouldn't be scared of your
Get the
ghost.
sage, right? I need some. I need to like walk through my house with some fucking holy water and sprinkle it. And
Do you think if you were a ghost, your neck beard would be even more epic?
I think my neck beard would be whatever I want it to be at that point. Could
Uh,
I be a ghost
Leave.
like the people in
Flowy beard.
Beetlejuice? You know what I mean? Like a normal person, and when I want to, I can like stretch my face out and shit.
Thanks for the comments on the costumes, guys. All right, final one, Lucid. Final one.
Number one. This better be better than Amityville, because I don't think it's going to be.
I've never heard of this one. It's in the heart of New Orleans.
New Orleans.
I can see where New Orleans could be spooky.
When you're on the East Coast, you say it like that. New Orleans.
I'm country. Leori Mansion. The mansion's located in the French Quarter. See, I'm already feeling there's a ton of history there. The French Quarter, and there's been some stuff. Remember, what was that vampire show? That was like in that area, right? Anyway, a dark and disturbing past has earned it as a reputation of one of the most haunted places in America. The mansion's horrific history and eerie atmosphere make it a fitting conclusion to our list of the most haunted places in the United States. The Leori Mansion was built in 1832, was home to the wealthy and influential Deline Leori, and her third husband, Dr. Leonard Lewis. She was known for her beauty and charm, hosting lavish parties and mingling with New Orleans high society. However, beneath her glamorous facade lay a sinister and cruel nature that would shock and horrify the community. I think I know this one. The dark history of the Leori Mansion was brought to light in 1834 when a fire broke out in the kitchen. As neighbors rushed to help, they discovered the gruesome truth hidden within the mansion's walls. Rescued from the flames, the enslaved cook confessed that she had started the fire in a desperate attempt to escape the horrors she had endured. Authorities and onlookers soon discovered a secret attic room where enslaved individuals were found chained, mutilated, and subjected to unspeakable torture. Daylin Laurie fled New Orleans in the wake of the scandal, and her brutal legacy left an indelible mark on the mansion. Reports of paranormal activity began almost immediately after the fire, and residents and visitors have since experienced a range of supernatural phenomena, from disembodied screams and cries to apparitions of the tormented souls who suffered within the mansion's walls. This right here was featured on Not True Crime, is one of the spooky HBO shows. I remember this. Yeah, this was some demented shit that went on in that attic. Like, she was taking so then they actually had like real slaves. Like, she would take them up the attic and just do like the most unthinkable stuff to these people in that attic. So that house, all that death in there, people visit it, they see ghostly figures of enslaved individuals still bearing the marks of their sufferings, wandering the halls of the mansion. Tall, slender woman dressed in 19th century clothing gliding through the rooms. Witnesses have reported feeling a sudden drop in the temperature. Again, I'm kind of hot. I could go for a sudden drop in temperature.
There's an alien right behind you.
Fuck you.
There is.
Guests again have reported being touched and scratched by unforeseen forces, aggressive nature, with many encounters by the spirits, restless and relentless anger in the mansion's courtyard. That's a scary place. I'm instantly thinking of that show I saw on HBO, and I mean, it was there's some crazy shit there.
Yeah, fuck that.
That was number one.
Isn't Alcatraz said to be haunted too?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm sure some crazy shit went on there.
So I want to say they're the nation's first place for mentally not well people was in New York as well. And there's a story there on that place that they started putting criminals and crazy people, like they basically use it as like a catch-all for criminals and crazy people. And it got so full that they were having like 3 and 4 people to a room made for one person. And I'll look up that place real quick, but that place has got some crazy stories, and you can visit it. It's a place you can go and visit like right now.
Yeah, nope. I'm not going to go visit. I'm not going there, Squrl. No matter what you try and pressure me into doing, I'm not doing it.
Let's go. Who wants to go? Ted will go.
I'll try everything once, not that. I draw the line on shit.
I just want to watch from afar. Like, can you, like, whoever's Teddy, if you go there or anybody else, just bring that GoPro. Let me,
there you go.
Let me pretend I'm there.
I'll
Hey,
watch,
GoPro.
I'll watch you go in. Just live stream it. Except all the electronics quit working, right?
Mm.
Just like in phase, it all just starts like flickering and some interference. No, I'm not gonna be Googling any insane asylums in Virginia. I'm good. Thanks.
Insane asylums. That's the word I couldn't think of.
Yeah. Nope, not gonna happen. Yeah, I can't think of anything near me that's haunted.
Mount Rainier.
Oh well, other than that that house I almost bought that we looked at, that was haunted. There was a story that I watched last night. Apparently it's true. I don't know how true it is, but a family went hiking and in the Cascade National Forest and went missing, so they busted out the search party, and they would find like their backpack. They found a backpack sitting on the trailhead like it wanted to be found. This was like in the 80s, so it was film back then, in cameras. There was a camera in there. They ended up developing the film after a few days of searching for these people, but they found like a cliff edge with all their belongings scattered along the side of the edge, so they assumed they fell off. But why would you take off all your clothes and leave all your shit at the top if you're going to jump off a cliff, right? They went down and looked. They didn't find anything. They never found these people, but they developed this film, and there was like 20 pictures on it, or 18 to 26, I think. There's 18 pictures on the camera of 26 available. So they started looking at these pictures, and the first ones are them getting ready to go on their trip, at the campground, getting ready, whatever. They're all happy family. It was a man, wife, and his kids. Did my internet go out again?
Nope, you're good.
Okay. And, the photos just progressed on. Well, then there's another one of the wife and the kids. And then in the picture, way off in the distance, you can see a silhouette of a person in the woods, like watching them, right? And then in the next picture, it's like the same thing, but the figure's a little bit closer. And as these pictures go on, the figure's getting closer and closer to the point where it was like 15 feet behind them at one point. But the last picture was the whole family. So there's somebody else they met on the trailhead or whatever that took their picture. There's a whole family. And then this thing was like 15 feet behind them. So apparently they couldn't see this thing behind them, or maybe they did and didn't,
Nope,
try
did
and
we lose him?
recognize
Did
it.
his
But
internet go out? He's frozen. He's frozen in a good state.
am I here still?
So, Weber, you said Al Capone was in Alcatraz. It just made me remember in some of our research. In Alcatraz, there was a room.
Awesome.
And it was
Love my
before the
internet.
prison. It was before Al Capone's time there, before it got like way overpopulated. There was a room there, and they had this device where they were trying to treat the alien hand, human hand. They were trying to treat, what they considered crazy people. And there was a device that attached to your face and mouth and your tongue, and it was connected to your hands, which were bound behind your back. And so if you tried to move or wiggle in the slightest bit, it would yank on your tongue. And like in that room, they said that there's so much like hauntings, and like it's like off limits. Like people have reported so much wild shit in that room. But literally imagine like if you just wiggled or moved your arm too much, it could yank like your tongue completely out. Fucking sick, man. Like who does that? And that was a prison, that was being run by officials. The world was a crazy place those years back. I hope Lucid didn't get abducted. It's kind of weird he had 2 incidents on this night. Now I feel kind of creepy because I'm all alone. Are you guys still there? Am I still here? Is it me that's alone? He gone. I see Dreamweaver. All right, I'm safe. I'm still in reality. He should be back in 30 seconds. Does anyone else have that problem? Like my internet does it twice. My internet does it twice a day. It's usually on around about a 12-hour interval. 12 and a half. It's not moving. And you made me look. My my internet will just go out for like 3 minutes. It's kind of like it reboots itself. I've called, thank God, Cat's still here. Zach's still here. Dreamweaver's here. All right. So Lucid's alone right now, not me. Oof. I have you guys to keep me safe. Ah, he's back. Thank God.
I think the ghost children have cursed my fucking internet.
I said it's kind of odd. You had 2 issues in one night.
Wild.
You might not want to leave the wife there alone tonight.
Yeah, right. I might have to call in sick. Damn it. I'm off tomorrow for Death Note's birthday.
Nice.
Took the night off. Death Note's birthday streams tomorrow. If you guys didn't know, now you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to play Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty. Gonna do customs.
Ted's still here.
We need to get a ton of people.
Call of Duty
in there.
Customs tomorrow.
Call of Duty customs.
I guess the clickbait, I'll tell my alien story. I'm sure, I don't think Ted's heard it. I know Rick hasn't heard it. I know Dreamweaver's heard it. I know Zach's heard it. I know Cat's heard it. But I'm sure there's some people in chat that hadn't, and I'll do my best.
Anyway, I tell my story. They never found the bodies. They never found it's like they disappeared without a trace.
Oh yeah. Before we get to the alien story, the Mount Rainier story. So the other place I was thinking about is Mount Shasta. What do you know about Mount Shasta?
I don't know anything about it. I've never heard any ghost story about Shasta.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, I won't get too much into it. There's that Mount Shasta's got some crazy shit. Everything from Bigfoot sightings to like people spotting like 12-foot tall human like people. There's been spaceships like UFOs seen going into the mountain, like into it and through it.
Shasta, have you ever seen Shasta? Shasta's a weird looking mountain. It's perfectly like boom.
Yeah. There's stories that think there's like bases inside of it, and there's a lot of shit around Mount Shasta.
You know the number one spot in America for Bigfoot sightings is Bumping Lake in Washington State. It's like 3 hours from me. Bumping Lake, look it up. Number one hotspot. I told the wife I want to go camping there this next summer. I want to go. I want to go.
No fucking way.
Yeah, dude, Bigfoot don't scare me. Bigfoot don't scare me.
Dude, we could do a podcast from there.
Yeah, we should meet there.
Well, you could.
I'll
be right here.
We should meet there. Like,
I'll be right here.
Like, I don't know how service would be there, but like that would be creepy as fuck. I could just join off my phone.
We're gonna need you to get a satellite phone.
I could join off my phone, and we could do a podcast from Bumping Lake Bigfoot hunting.
Is there anybody left in chat that has a story that hasn't shared it yet? I promise it's like calling your friend on the phone and telling them a story.
No ghost children. No ghost children.
All right.
Appreciate it, Rick.
Yeah, thank you, Rick. I'm gonna tell the alien story. This is a real story from my heart, from my mind. This shit happened to me.
From my heart.
It hurts my feelings when people laugh about it because it is a real piece of me. Like, imagine if you had that tragic event happen, the stories you've told.
Look over your left shoulder right now.
That's as real as it can be for you. No.
Yes.
That doesn't scare me anymore. So this house, the house that I'm in right now, I've been here for a long time. But within the first week of buying this house, me and my ex decided we wanted to sleep in the basement.
That's why you built a brick wall behind you, isn't it?
We decided to sleep in the basement because it was new, right? Like, we had a house that had, bedrooms upstairs and the kitchen and all that. And then we had this whole big area downstairs we weren't even using, right? And we were like, let's just sleep down there. Made a makeshift bed on the floor in the main room, not too far from me, different room than this one. And we fell asleep there. At some point in the night, I was woken up by this sound. It was the sound of my little dog. It was a Sheltie. Barking. It was barking at the basement door. I could hear directionally where the dog was at, and it was barking. And there was also this weird electronic sound. It was like, I can't even, you just like an electronic, like something's going on sound. Never heard it. Not a static, more like that synth sound from like the 80s, but like not, it didn't sound like a keyboard. Like, it was just a weird electronic kind of sound. Yeah, the basement door is only steps away. But the dog was barking, and then it just stopped. It yelped, and it was silence. It just stopped. And that's when I remember laying there, and my heart was like beating out of my chest, like when the dog yelped and it stopped, right? I looked over at my ex, who was right next to me, and I looked over, and her eyes were wide open, but she was like frozen in place. She wasn't moving, but she was staring me dead in the eyes. And she had this look of fear on her face, but she was like, she was completely frozen state. And about that time, I was like looking around, and I saw movement in that direction that I was looking at her, I saw like this shadowy figure, and it was an alien, guys. And like it was moving, the way it was moving across the room as it come towards me, it didn't have footsteps. It wasn't moving like this. It was gliding towards me, like the smoothest movement. And it came around, and like I remember being fucking terrified, and I couldn't move. The next thing I know, I was fucking frozen. Like I followed it with my eyes, and I followed it around till it got right next to me, and it just reached down towards my face, just like this. Reached down just like that, and then boom,
Ouch.
boom, just like that. I woke up. I shook the hell out of my ex to wake her up and ask her if she remembered everything, and she said she did remember something. She said she remembered the dog barking, and that was it. That was all she remembered. The bad part, I usually forget to tell this part, but that little Sheltie, that dog was young. It was maybe 8 to 14 months old, somewhere around there. It died like a week and a half, 2 weeks later, like mysteriously. I found, and it was bad because I found it underneath our bedroom bed. It was like full on, like rigor mortis had set in like so quick. You know, it couldn't have been there that long for rigor mortis to set in. Like when I went to pick that dog up, it was like stiff for no reason.
Burn it down.
Burn it down.
Burn it down.
That's it.
That solves everything. Burn
That's the alien story that I have from about, I guess it'd be about 22 years ago now.
Yep.
Nothing else happened after that, so whatever. Maybe it was sleep paralysis. Maybe it was a bad dream.
They came and
I don't know.
visited you, and then decided you tasted weird, and they left.
Shit, you know what they did? They gave me amazing superpowers at Call of Duty and fucking Fortnite.
Oh Jesus!
They made me a fucking beast at all video games.
Blech. Here we go.
1v1 me, pull up.
They took away his streaming and gaming skills, though. He can't do them both at the same time. We all know he can't drive for shit.
Can't do both. Can't do both at the same time.
He can't drive for shit.
Squirrel is Atlas.
Him and Zach have the same driving skills. They're mid at best.
Epic stream, guys. Happy Halloween. This was everything Lucid and I probably could have wanted it to be and more. Awesome.
I think next year I won't wear a inflatable costume for a live stream, though. It's definitely a pain in the ass.
I was thinking that when you got it. I was like, man, that's going to be tough.
Well, because the fan is like right in my back, and every time I lean back, it deflates. He's slowly getting sad.
You're wired, aren't you? I was going to say, can you get up one more time and just back and forth?
I can.
For shits and giggles. Is he supposed to be an astronaut? Oh my God, the legs. Oh my God, that's fucking epic. If she don't hawk to her, don't talk to her. I can read the shirt.
This. If she don't hawk to her, I don't talk to her.
I see why you've been smiling all night. That you've obviously had something pushing into your back the entire time from that alien.
This alien's poking me in the back all night. Like, look at my little stubby legs.
Anybody else? Last call for your ghostly stories.
Ghostly stories. This is a fun one, live from the afterlife.
Yeah, that definitely makes us, this was a different experiment, you know, having people be able to call in. We'll definitely think of ways to incorporate that in the future because I think that was pretty cool. Maybe one quarterly or something like that. Maybe we open it up for different. Maybe if Atlas 3i, something fucking crazy happens with that, we have you guys look into it, call in with your thoughts. Maybe we open up the hotline once a month. I don't know, Lucid. We'll have to think about it, but it was pretty fucking cool hearing from you.
Yeah. Battlefield is so good. Battlefield 6. How's the Battle Royale? I haven't played it yet. That just came out, I think. I haven't had a chance.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance.
There's another game that came out today, too. Arc Raiders.
That's been out, I think. Brittany.
Just came out today.
Brittany was playing it the other day.
Just came out today, bro.
She was playing it like a week ago.
Maybe she had early access, but it launched today on Steam.
Her and Ryan were both playing it like a week ago, and she hated it.
I tried to buy it yesterday.
She hated it and complained the whole time.
Because it's not Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And it's third person, so I could see where she wouldn't like it.
Are you getting Battlefield, Squrl?
I don't know. I've got other games to play still.
Battlefield's fun. I enjoy it.
Happy freaking Halloween. Happy birthday, Marissa. That's right. And we got Death Note's birthday tomorrow.
Yo, guys, you should play COD with us tomorrow for Death Note's birthday. She'll be live on Twitch and on the TikTok.
I will be having my merch giveaway soon. Lucid, you got a merch giveaway coming soon too, right? The month's coming to a close, so we got to do those. I'm a huge fan of this fucking shirt. Like I said, multiple colors for the ladies. There's pinks and teals and purples for the guys. There's army green or hunter green, I think it's called, grays, blacks, blues, commemorate it. Dreamweaver has already been spotted in the wild with one of the first run shirts in Las Vegas. He
Yep.
took a sign in front of the Las Vegas sign, the famous Las Vegas sign, wearing this shirt. Pretty fucking cool. And then, like I said, it is Death Note's birthday tomorrow.
Death Note. That's an epic shirt. That came out so good.
Total Grand Theft Auto vibes.
It does. It really does. Yeah.
Yeah.
She needs to play Grand Theft Auto when that comes out, the new one.
We all will be playing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, guys, you can find us everywhere. I've been getting a lot of like podcast networks wanting to sign us up and shit. I don't even know. I actually forwarded you one of the emails, Squrl.
Oh, yeah, I saw it. It seemed legit.
Yeah.
It seemed very legit.
So
For me, I'm always skeptical. Like, what do they want?
well, yeah, I was like, how much is this gonna cost? It's like $6 a month is what they want. But they like promote you and shit. Yeah, YouTube, Apple, everywhere. Even places I didn't put us. And most of all, when you find it, let me find it right here. Boom. The LucidSqurlPodcast.com. You can find everything there.
It's got everything.
Yeah, one-stop shop for all things Lucid Squrl Podcast. Like, I wonder if any of the people from my last TikTok post have found that website yet.
Golly, they probably rated us 1 star. I'm going to read the comments right after. I'll post them. All right, guys. Good night. Everyone be safe tomorrow. Have a great Halloween. Halloween's on a Friday, so it's probably going to be pretty epic. So whatever you're doing out there, stay safe. And don't forget, we did post about the SNAP benefits and all that. November 1st, SNAP benefits end. The world may turn into a scary place come Saturday. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just keep your head on the swivel. Protect yourself. Protect your families. Just pay a little bit more attention on November 1st. Even, tomorrow night as well. Much
Sure.
love.
Congratulations at 10K, Squrl. Get paid for your
Thank you,
videos
sir.
now.
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys. Much love. Till the next one.
Much love, y'all.
Stay squirrely.
Let's see that epic fucking intro again. Woo! That one.
Shadows creep where the moonlight dies. Silent whispers weave their lies. A clock ticks backward, slow and cracked. Time's a thread, it won't come back. Do you feel it? The cold that bites, the chill that crawls through endless night. We hear the dead sing, ghost of the past, pulling every string. Lucid dreams or a squirrel's last flight. Welcome, my friends, to eternal night. Doors creak open, but no one's there. Footsteps echo, vanish in thin air. Candles flicker, the flames sway. Reality's rules have slipped away. Bones rattle in a rhythm slow. Phantom winds begin to blow. Are you awake or are you gone? When the veil is thin, it won't be long. return.